we go.
No, not yet.
What about now?
Wait, it's just about to happen.
What about now?
All right, let's go.
Welcome to Run In Radio! I'm the smooth voice Sith Ryan Perry alongside my partner in crime, Sean the Heel Wolf.
Shut up! You're dragging us on already. We got a show to do.
Damn, Sean, why are you always yelling at me like that? I didn't even tell them about Instagram where they can follow us at Run In Radio, or Twitter where they can follow and tweet us at Run In Radio.
I suppose you want to tell them about the fan line now, which is 631-386-8229.
Well, now that you bring it up, yeah, sure, you can call us at...
Oh, do I have to repeat this again? It's 631-386-8229. Can we get on with the damn show already?
Okay, fine. Should we start?
Yeah, let's.
What about now?
All right, now.
Okay, good.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this moment, I'd like to introduce you to Anthony Pacini, the Draft King. Oh, what is this nonsense?
Feels good to be the champ. Feels good to be the king. How you doing? How you doing?
What's going on?
As you can see, good to see you. Now, I must excuse my absence. It's tough being the king. It's tough being the champ. So to say a few words. What's your tutu size, by the way? I'm just messing with you.
Extra large.
Now, I have a question for you.
Like a round tablecloth with a hole cut out in the middle?
Now, before the show starts, I'd like to ask you a question. Did you think you were going to win? It doesn't matter if you thought you were going to win. I am the champ. I am the king. Sorry, I'm speaking very loud. I should have warned you. But I'm here to rule the land, and this will not be running radio anymore.
No.
This will be Ramin Pacini's Wrestling Hour with your king, Drew Napier. Okay, I'm done.
Oh,
as you can see, this will be here until I'm dethroned. Every show. As you can see, the S is crossed out. I am the Draft King. Feels good to be the champ, ladies and gentlemen.
Are we going to ride that way until the next draft?
Oh, yeah.
So, welcome to Run In Radio. I am Sean Walsh.
I am the Draft King, Drew Napier. And I am the champ and the king.
We did your lower third, Anthony Pacini.
Okay, I am Anthony Pacini, the Draft King.
And conspicuous by his absence is our co-host, the smooth voice Sith Ryan Perry. Apparently, he caught in some kind of virus, I guess, where
it's called the loser virus. Because I am the champ, I will rule him, I will rule you, I am the king.
Where he's allergic to being under the table. So anyway.
He's not there.
What?
He's not
under the table,
He's
no.
not.
No, he told us he wasn't going to be here.
Yeah. Told you.
Yes. I guess he couldn't find an audience with the Draft King.
No audience. It's good to be the champ.
So it is. Well, we're gonna ride that like a heart from hell.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Till I'm dethroned, which will be never.
Wow, this is a new cocky side to you.
This is the Drew Napier. This is no longer Anthony. I'm the King Drew Napier, or whatever it says under my name.
No. So we're gonna have Mike Law call in, be here in a couple of minutes. We're going to have some of the stars from 2KW Pro call in.
They all want a piece. They all want a piece of this belt. They can't get it. Custom made. Try to guess how much it cost me.
50 cents?
Nothing. I didn't pay for it. The show paid for it.
Oh, we paid for that?
Yeah.
Who allowed that out of the budget?
I don't know. I know people. I know people.
That damn office staff.
Yeah, we use their printer for...
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay. Mike.
Uh-oh. Is he here? Oh, let me retire the belt. I'll be back.
Why are you retiring the belt?
Oh no, I'm gonna get Pacini. I'll be back.
You might as well just leave it right there.
I'm gonna leave it there.
Oh, okay. You're gonna get Pacini?
Yeah, no, I'm here.
Are you
I'm gonna get my
gonna
coffee.
suplex a mountain first?
Yeah.
Wow, this is crazy. Everybody has vacated the studio.
I know I'm here.
Oh no, here he is. All right. So we're waiting for the stars of 2KW Pro to start calling in.
What are they calling to talk about?
Well, their event is this Saturday, 2KW Pro 6. It's their second anniversary show.
Yeah.
It is live from Doro's Extreme Fitness in the Bronx, where we will be. Well, not you.
Yeah, I
but
won't
me.
be there, unfortunately.
Me will be there to do the pre-show with QuickCast. Look at that fine graph.
That was great.
John
That
from
was well
QuickCast
played.
is doing an excellent job.
Very good job.
So as we're aboard the QuickCast RV, if you'd like a sporting event covered or a commercial, you can go to quickcast.com and contact them fine people.
They do birthdays too.
Right,
As
and
well.
christenings.
Yep, all of that fun stuff.
Yep, coming to a sporting event near you. We've got a couple of pre-shows.
Yeah. Sorry, the little headset was messing me up a little bit, but
Really?
let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. The champ. I'm the champ.
You're very
I
clever.
should have got extra points because I called that Bray Wyatt. Everyone said Wyatt family. I said Bray Wyatt's going to SmackDown. I said that Ty Dillinger was going to either roster, but I was wrong. But I am the champ.
I really thought Bailey was going to be chosen. Could you
I-
come here so we can talk about this a little bit too?
No, well, no, because I really honestly thought that Bailey getting mixed into the. I put her in as like kind of a safety. That's why she was kind of further down. Is because I really thought that they were going to hold her off until after. Like, why mix her in now when all these other feuds are going on? It makes sense, and I knew she was going to be the mystery guest for the pay-per-view. Oh, here he is!
Whoa!
Okay, am I allowed to say that? Oh, there he is. Okay.
Your let's see it.
There
Oh my
he
God.
might be.
Took my seat.
Oh, you got
Well,
that
you're going to
one
get
right
this
there.
seat this week.
I don't know. I actually like that seat better. It's my left
Oh,
side.
do you want to switch?
No, it's too late now.
Let's switch. You look colossus. Look at
I
you.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at you.
too.
Right here, we got earpieces for you and
Yeah,
everything.
but I don't want. Do I have to wear an earpiece?
You don't
Up to
have
you.
to.
All right. Well, it didn't look comfortable. That's
I mean,
me.
when callers come
Look at it.
in,
Even got the moniker right.
Yeah.
You know what's? You know that to me is like again. What I'm gonna talk about tonight is respect, and that's a sign of respect from you guys. I appreciate
No
that
problem.
because I don't know if you guys seen the flyers that I sent to you guys. I don't know the upcoming events we have coming on this weekend. I have a very busy weekend
Yeah.
with BCW on Friday, and then we got Saturday with World One, and then we have Law on Sunday in Yonkers. And you know, to me, it's a matter of respect. And the fact is, I don't feel like I get any. I've been doing this since 1998. I've been training, and I've been busting my ass. I took a couple years off here and there to kind of help with other companies, help build other organizations, and now I'm back full time. And I'm trying to get it all over the place. But the lack of respect that I continue to see is like unbearable, man. Like I came in today, and I'm gonna let you know right now, I am not in a good mood. I feel that people have taken my talents and taken me for granted. I appreciate you guys actually,
As long as you're happy, we got your name.
Yeah, well, no, that's fine. I mean, But sorry about my little rant.
No, you could have ran as much. You deserve all the respect.
that's right.
Well,
You're
champion,
colossal
champion.
after all.
Yeah. I mean, look at you. What, you've been working? You've been in the gym lately?
Only at the snack bar, buddy.
Yeah.
Only at the
I
snack
think
bar.
he looks better from the glimmer of my title belt is shining on him. I'm sorry.
What kind of title is that? What is that?
I'm the draft king. I won the draft.
Did you?
Yeah, can't you see the S's crossed out? Look at that. S's crossed. I'm the draft king, baby.
It's a bad copy.
we had a mock draft, and Anthony had the most points, and so he won.
Oh, well, good for him.
Look at that.
You give us, honestly, Starbucks on there, but
Yeah, it's fine. I'll put that away for now.
there you go. Don't
Mid-side.
hurt yourself.
No, I won't.
So what were we doing before I ate? So
No, we were just-
interrupted.
we're
you. A
waiting
little
for you
respect.
to-
We were talking about the draft and killing
It's
time
on.
before the first caller, and you showed up.
Get the nuts out of here.
Well, you got your nuts all over the
Professional.
table. That's how
Professional.
colossal you are.
Jesus. Don't worry about my nuts. But besides that, like I said, man, it's it's a matter of respect, and I don't know. Let's move it forward. Like I said, man, like I'd appreciate if like the promoters and the other guys out there, show me the same respect that I tend to show a lot of them. Because if not, I'm just gonna take it anyway.
Yeah.
So
Outside of like having wrestling matches, you're all over the island. Of the island, the city, giving your like 2 cents advice. I think you should get all the respect in the world.
You know, I'm not going to be the guy who goes out and publicizes the fact that I have helped a couple people out. And you know, obviously, I'm not going to be like, guys had to work their ass off to make things happen too. But at the same time, you know, like I like how certain people have gone on and done stuff, and you know, like, don't get me wrong, there's plenty of people I should be thanking.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
I'm sure, you know, like, I have a long list myself of people that have helped me out. But the fact is, there's also a lot of people that I've helped out, have given advice to, I've spoken on the phone for hours, and I don't know, they just act like it was their sheer brilliance that made it happen. When in fact, it's a little bit of everything, you know. Not only myself, but other people who've given, you know, good advice, or, you know, led people to the right way of doing business. That's all I want. I want to see our business continue to succeed and do well. You know what I mean? Like, the whole point is to leave this business better off than when you first started. You know what I mean? And I wish more people had that mentality, you know. But what do I know?
Oh, you've been doing it a lot longer than a lot of people. 1998. You've been doing it for a while. You've probably been, from like certain situations I've seen you in outside of like in training.
Yeah.
You were in some of those people like classes I've been to.
Yeah.
We're not even born by the time when you started wrestling. You know what I mean? Or just I'm not. This
No,
is not,
thanks for making me feel old.
No. But I mean, in the sense of
Nice
like
ring
respect.
Oh,
Yeah.
we got a caller.
We have a caller. Better be good.
Who's
Hello,
calling?
caller. You're on the air.
Hi, this is Harry Turjanian, the
Hello?
new voice of 2KW.
I don't have an earpiece in.
How you
Guys, you
doing?
need your earpieces in.
I
to be
guess
able to
we
hear
do
the-
need an earpiece. You said it wasn't mandatory.
I said when we got the caller.
No, you didn't.
Hey, can you guys hear me okay?
I heard.
Caller, you want to introduce yourself again?
Hi. It's Harry Turjanian, the voice of 2KW Pro Wrestling. How you guys doing tonight?
Hey, how you doing?
We're doing good.
Doing good, fellas. Thank you for having me.
Been better.
That's Mike Law with us tonight.
You've been better. Oh, okay.
Yep.
Well, that's fair enough. Listen, I asked you. That's my fault for asking.
No, not your
My
fault.
fault.
It's respect. I appreciate that.
No worries, Phil. I just want to say what a true honor and pleasure it must be for you guys to talk to me tonight. That's all. It's,
So we got one of those on the phone.
well, I mean, listen, I'm the new voice of 2KW, so, you know, I wanted to let you and your listeners know about the, our event coming up July 30th.
So talk to
Yeah.
us. How excited are you about 2KW Pro 6 on Saturday night?
I mean, it's you know, everybody's talking about the new era in WWE, but there's a lot of things going on in the independent scene, and 2KW is no different. They're going through a new era you know, as a promotion itself, because we've got a lot of debuting stars this Saturday, a lot of new faces, myself included, a lot of promising talent, and a big main event with some of the best indie workers in all of professional wrestling, including the main event, which I'm super excited about, because it's going to be EYFBO versus Eddie Kingston and Mia Yim, a.k.a. Jade from TNA.
Wow.
And, I mean, that's a hell of an event for, you know...
I'm
a
excited
show,
for that main event.
Yeah.
I can't
Yeah,
wait to see Jade and Kingston versus EYFBO.
Yeah, and you should. I mean, those four, I mean, as a group are, you know, all amazing. But, you know, I mean, just EYFBO is a fantastic tag team to watch. But when you have Eddie Kingston, I mean, everyone's seen his vicious streak when he gets on a roll. And I mean, Mia Yim, Jade, whatever you want to call her, whatever name she's going by, she's fantastic. I mean, everyone's seen his vicious streak when he gets.
What are you doing, buddy?
You're not technically technologically inclined, are you?
Oh, what are you
Sean?
Not you, caller.
You're pretty
This
awful.
gentleman here.
Oh, okay.
No,
What's going on over there? What's
Put the
happening?
poster up. Can you put the poster up?
Put the poster up.
Somebody put the poster up.
There
I'm
we
getting
go.
feedback.
Okay, now talk about the show.
So what match are you most excited to see?
He answered that already. He said EYFBO versus Eddie
I meant
Kingston
other
and
than
Jade. That's the main
you
event.
are in a
main
mood
event.
today.
I mean, listen, that's a main event, but you need more than a main event for a card. You guys know that as well, right? I mean, we're talking. I like BSK versus EA James. I don't know
Yeah,
if
the BSK
you-
guy is really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's amazing. I really think there's a lot of promise in that guy. I mean, he looks phenomenal. He looks the part, certainly, but he can go. He had a match with Rude Boy Riley at the last event we had, and it was fantastic.
Yeah. Bet you
now,
didn't realize
I mean-
that I was on that show, did you?
Oh.
That what?
Bet you didn't realize that I was on that last 2K Pro show, did you?
You were on the last 2K Pro show.
Oh, okay, excellent.
Yeah.
Well, at least there was somebody.
Did he not know?
Oh no, I'm just testing him, you know. But hey, the guy's watching the product, so I appreciate that.
Yeah, he's the voice. He's got another.
He's got well, he's debuting. So,
yeah.
you know, some of these clowns, they come in and they don't know what the hell they're talking about. This guy does, and again, kudos, man.
There you go.
Yeah. I mean, it's a great card. I mean, we got a lot of new faces coming in there. We're gonna have the first. It's gonna be our first actual. We've had intergender matches before, but this is the first straight up women's match in the division that we're building up. It's going to be Ashley Vox. Excuse me, I got Alicia Fox on the brain, as we all do. Ashley Vox versus Helen Vale. Now, I've seen clips of them. I'm not super familiar, but I've heard so many amazing things about these two that it's going to be a great, it's going to be a great women's division that they're building up in 2KW.
What a way to kick off the women's division too.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't believe that Sonya Strong isn't in the first women's match, but what a way. And like, if Sonya Strong is booked to be somewhere else, this is definitely the best way to go without Sonya Strong being on the card.
He's a very big Sonya Strong boy.
I'm a Sonya Strong fan. Who isn't?
No, I'm just saying.
Who isn't? Are you not a Sonya Strong fan?
No, I think she's great.
Are you not a Sonya Strong fan? You're just in a mood.
Yeah.
No, what I'm saying is every time someone talks about a match in every division, oh, Sonya Strong's on it.
Well, listen, I mean,
Yeah.
Sonya hasn't wrestled in the women's division because she's been wrestling
Yeah.
The men?
the fellas.
Yeah.
I mean, which is kind of an insane way to make your presence known as a woman in the industry.
Absolutely.
To just go straight
You're
up
correct.
and just go, just competitively wrestle with, people like Sir William Black. She was tag team partners with Rays. I mean, that's a hell of a way to debut.
Until she was
but-
screwed at that event.
Yes, yeah, she did get screwed over, but I mean, you know what? There's going to be more to find out about that at this event because
Oh, there you go.
Steffi Silver, she's going to make her presence felt. She's going to make her presence felt. She's actually going to be in the corner of Stan Styles as he takes on Sunny Rogue. Now,
Some kiss.
You mean Sunny Kiss?
I'm sorry, Sunny Kiss. I apologize. I'm a little
And
like.
that's the
what?
second time they're going at it in 2KW.
Oh, yeah. The first one, and you can see that on the 2KW Pro YouTube page, which was
Yep.
a fantastic match. I mean, it was the first time I've ever seen Stan Styles flustered. Usually he's the one creeping out other people. He's the one making people feel weird and uncomfortable, and for the first time the tables were turned. And Sunny Kiss can go. I know there's a lot of around, the quote unquote people call them gimmicks, but Sunny Kiss can go. And there's in the ring, there's when the bell rings, there's no question about it. Some people find it as a humorous gimmick. Some people are thrown off by the gimmick, but make no doubt about it, Sunny can go.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, I agree with that.
I agree with that.
Sunny can go.
That's why she works all up and down the East Coast.
Yeah. I mean, there's no question about it. I think a lot of people do mistake the fact that Sunny is an excitable individual, and he comes out and the fans adore him. He has awesome charisma, but when he really wants to go in there, I'm telling you from personal experience, because I did face Sonny one time in Pennsylvania, and he can go. He can take a shot. He can give one too.
Yeah.
Actually.
Don't understand like your the quote unquote gimmick. He's very tough and adorable is a good way to say.
Well, I mean, they call him the Concrete Rose for a
Yeah.
reason.
Yep. Any other
And
matches that you are looking forward to now that we're talking about this coming Saturday show?
I mean, it's just the card in full is going to be fantastic. I mean, we're going to have Sir William Black there. We're going to have the King Taiju Rays. I mean, the whole card, top to bottom, is going to be.
This card's pretty stacked. I'm excited
Yeah.
for this event. I know we're doing the pre-show, but I can't wait to see the event.
Yeah, I wish I was there.
Yeah, and
I know you're doing it by
if
yourself.
you've never checked it out, I mean, 2KW Pro is trying to become one of New York City's, like, everybody wants to be the promotion in New York, but there's certainly going to be the promotion in the Bronx. And it's, it's something pretty cool to be part of. I'm not going to lie. I'm excited. This is my first show for 2KW. But
You're also
I'm
going to be
excited.
joining me in the RV during the pre-show, right?
Oh, yes, absolutely. I'll be doing the pre-show with Christopher Sykes Gracie. And, there's also going to be, if you follow the 2KW product at all, there's going to be some big announcements that are happening that you're going to want to tune in, that are going to kind of change. It's going to change 2KW for sure, and it's going to change the independent scene in New York, certainly. I don't want to give more than that, but there's a reason that I'm showing up when I've showed up. That's all I can say. I got connections and friends, and that's going to be worth
going to
checking
be
out.
exciting. I can't wait.
Yeah, absolutely. If you've never checked it out, July 30th, this Saturday, at Stars Extreme Fitness. You can check out 2kwpro.com for more information. We got great ticket packages, meet and greets, all that stuff, and it's going to be a great time. You're not going to want to miss it. If you're in the New York area, come check it out. You're not going to be disappointed. We always give our money's worth. So.
Well, thank you, sir, for taking some time with us, and we'll see you on Saturday for the pre-show.
Yes, I'll see you guys Saturday. Thank you very much.
You got it. Enjoy the rest of your night, and thanks for calling in.
See ya.
Should be a very exciting show.
I can't wait, because the card's pretty stacked. Michael is like, yeah, whatever.
It's stacked. It ain't colossal, but it's stacked for sure.
Well, now, since the call's over, we can focus on our in-studio guest.
Till the next caller, sure.
Till the next caller, sure. And call. For Christ's sake, I can only take you guys for too long.
Roll that beautiful bean footage and flash the fan line on there.
Oh boy, well, you're talking like.
No, we got the fan line for people to call in.
There you go. You're talking like all insider terms now.
Yeah.
What? That you put
He's a little more professional.
Yeah. What's that all about?
I don't know. I can't be.
Why can't you just put put the phone number for the fans?
Hey,
to see?
may you please put the phone number up on the screen? Now,
exactly. You're just talking about irons and everything.
Can I call you Mr. Law?
You could call me Colossal. Call me Mr. Law's fine, man.
No, you just Mr. Colossal.
No.
Yeah, I like Mr. Law better.
It sounds fun with the ladies.
For someone that's been a veteran of the wrestling industry, is there anybody you haven't faced yet that you want to face? Any, like, whether it be like you could do the spectrum as like from the East Coast or anybody in general? Like, you know each other for a couple of years, but I never really got to pick your brain about people that you look like you feel like, you know what, you see them on a show, you never got to like have a match with them, you're like, you know what, I could do something very great. Oh.
Well, it sounds like we're getting another caller, so I'll get back to
Answer
that
right after, please.
You're on Running Radio. Get in, get over. Who we talking to?
You're talking to the absolute Chris Cage. Who am I talking to?
Oh, it's the absolute Chris Cage. Chris, this is Sean Walsh. We got Anthony Piscini.
Hello.
We got the Colossal Mike Law. What are you up to?
I am up to some things that are not exactly your business. I'm here to talk 2KW Pro. I'd like to start off by saying how you doing to the Colossal Mike Law. I was listening a little earlier, and Mike, I know you're not too happy about this Saturday's show, and I got to be honest with you, I'm a little disappointed I'm not going to see your face there as well. I'm a big fan of your work.
Chris Cage, again, this goes back to what I talked about. It's not about like favoritism or anything like that.
Absolutely.
Like, it's about a thing of respect. Now, I've seen Chris Cage come up and bust his ass, and I respect the fact that he's done it the right way. The guy goes in there and innovates and puts on some stellar matches the way it should be. So to me, I respect a guy who's been around as long as I have. I look at a guy like Chris Cage and I say, utmost respect, and I appreciate it, man. Obviously, at the time, I got things going on my end. I'll be at World 1 on Saturday, but utmost respect to you and best of luck. I know that when you're in the ring, the fans are always treated to an exciting match, And yeah, man. You know, hey, I'll see you guys down the line, whether it's in 2KW Pro or anywhere else. I'm sure you'll meet again.
I look forward to it, brother. I appreciate the words.
There you go.
So, boys, let's talk some 2KW. What you got for me?
Yo, so let's talk about the match on Saturday.
You're talking about one of the most highly anticipated matches of the evening. I like to call it one of the co-main events. Now, I know everybody's talking about Jade and Eddie Kingston teaming up against EYFBO, the hottest tag team on the East Coast, depending on who you ask. But in my book, the fans should really be paying attention to the sleeper show stealer of the night. When you got Certified Sexy, the SWO, going against the greatest of all time, myself, the superstar they call Whiplash, and of course, the king of kaiju himself, the walking Riot Rays. You can't get no better than that.
No way, because that's going to be a hell of a match.
Let me just chime in real quick. I've seen all 6 of these guys go
Yeah,
at it. Recently saw Certified Sexy in a 6-man tag out in PWAO in Connecticut. Like, all these guys, man, have improved by leaps and bounds. And if you have not seen any of these guys, whether it's a GOAT or Certified Sexy in action, I'm going to tell you right now, you are in for a treat. I totally agree with Chris Cage on this, because the fact is, obviously the main event's the main event. They're there for a reason. They've earned those spots. They've obviously, are going to deliver. But this right here, the 6-man, I'm telling you right now, do not sleep on it. It's going to be, in my opinion, I wouldn't want to be the main event at this match, because it's going to be tough to top these guys.
It definitely is.
I
But
mean, it's be nonstop action.
Those are the words of a really smart man right there. This guy knows what he's talking about.
Been doing it forever.
forever. What do you want to say to Certified Sexy right now, who I'm sure are watching this beautiful podcast?
Well, what I'd like to say to Certified, and I would be honored to speak on behalf of my brothers, Certified Sexy, Sasha Jenkins, Nutrius X, Gino, you know who we are. We're not strangers to each other. We have history both inside and outside of the ring. So you know what me and my family is all about. But you see, Saturday's a little bit of a different situation, see, because we're not coming in as friends. There ain't no backstage locker room brotherhood here. There ain't nothing going on like that. This is 2KW Pro, and in case you haven't heard, 2KW Pro is run by the greatest of all time. This is our home turf. We have run this place since day one. And on Saturday, July 30th, unfortunately for Certified Sexy, the GOAT has something to prove. The GOAT has a statement to make, and I promise you, when the night is over, those fans will not be talking about EYFBO, and unfortunately they will not be talking about Jade and Eddie Kingston. They will be talking about the beating the absolute Chris Cage, the superstar Whiplash, and the king of kaiju Rays put on Certified Sexy. And it just so happens that we might see Certified Sexy for the first and very last time in 2KW come Saturday night.
Are you
This kid
saying,
actually makes me want to get out of here and go hit a ring right about that.
Yeah, are you saying
that was awesome?
Are you saying that you're gonna beat them out of the building, or just beat them out of promotion in general?
Well, from what I understand, Certified Sexy has been knocking on the door of 2KW Pro for quite some time. Now, I respect these men, and like you mentioned already, they can go. I will not take anything away from them. However, me and my family are not coming to play games, and we're coming for a whole lot of serious business. And I promise you, we will break Certified Sexy spirit come Saturday night. Now, you might see him all up and down the East Coast. You might even see him all over New York City. But I promise you, you will not see them. They will not want to step foot in 2KW Pro after the GOAT gets through with them.
The GOAT's looking to do some kicking.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, man, at the end of the day, you're going to be seeing some insane innovation from these guys. And you know what? The harder they hit, the better. And to me, the GOAT, this is their home territory. You guys got to realize.
Yeah.
Certified Sexy, you know, they're coming in and they need to. This is business at the end of the day. They want to outshine the homegrown guys, make themselves look better, make the other guys look not as good, and that way the fans can start going behind them, and that way it kind of just pushes the other guys down another notch. That's what I mean when we talk about this business. It's not up to me. A lot of these clowns, they have it twisted. It's not about winning or losing. It's about who performs the top notch, who comes out looking the best. And the fact is, in this six-man, whoever comes out looking the best, win or lose, is a true winner.
Wow.
And that is a no question right there, and it's a no contest. Because the greatest of all time is going in looking the best, and we're damn sure walking out looking the best.
Now, Chris, let me ask you a question. Mike Law over here. Do you feel, you know, with a lot of the new talent that have come through 2K Pro and the fact that there's a continuous demand for newer talent to come out there, do you feel pressure coming from underneath, from the bottom of the roster? You're closer to the top of the roster. You've been there since day one. Do you feel a little bit of that pressure to be performing at a top level?
Absolutely not. If anything, the pressure is on all this new talent you're talking about. You're talking about these fresh faces. You're talking about guys trying to knock the door down. You're talking about guys trying to make a name for themselves. Well, you just said it yourself. Since day one, since 2KW opened its doors, you're talking to the man who laid the foundation for the house that 2KW is built. You're talking to the man who laid the first bricks. 2KW, we're coming into 6. At 2KW1, you're talking to the man who main evented with one Mike Drastic, one half of the main event coming into July 30th. I have been there. I have been at the bottom of 2KW. I have been at the middle of 2KW. I have been at the top of 2KW. As far as I'm concerned, this house belongs to me and my family. And the pressure goes to anyone that knocks on my door and wipes their feet on my welcome mat and tries to make themselves at home in my house.
Couldn't have said it better myself, guys.
Dude, that was awesome. That was awesome. Chris Cage, thank you for your time, brother, and we will see you on Saturday at 2KW Pro.
And I must say, aside from Mr. Mike Law, for you gentlemen, tonight's interview was definitely all your pleasure.
You have a good night. Oh, he hung up. Oh, boy.
All right, so where are we in this thing? I could be wrong, and Chris Cage, if you're listening, I think Sean hung up on you. So
hang
on
up on
Saturday,
you.
you may want to pay him a visit.
Sean is very unorganized.
I am not very unorganized.
Yes.
You may want to pay him a visit just
this show
throwing
is
it out
running like
there.
a fine
It seemed
wine.
No, it's not.
By coincidence, that the call
Group
dropped.
message. Tell me who's coming on so I can come up with questions.
I didn't even think you were going to be here tonight for some reason.
I said I was coming. Just still.
Where's Ryan?
We'll talk about it after.
What?
Where's Ryan?
Ryan is not
I'm
here.
more professional usually.
Ryan is not here.
Yeah.
Why is it every time that I show up, Ryan isn't here? I know he's scared of me.
Ryan was like falling under the table for the past 2 weeks, and then he just decided not to come.
It's as you said before, it's about respect.
Yeah.
And I feel like somebody's not showing you respect.
Oh, here's another caller. Hold on
We're
one
getting
second.
it hot tonight.
We are. Hey, welcome to Running Radio. Get in, get over. Who we talking to?
We talking to the king of Kaiju Rays. How you doing?
Rays, what's up?
I don't.
What's going down?
We were just talking to Chris Cage a little bit ago.
Oh yeah. We getting ready for Friday. That's all.
Well, yeah, we're getting ready for Saturday. So talk to us about your
Not
match.
Saturday, sorry. Well, we facing these guys who call themselves Certified Sexy, and they weigh about maybe 90 pounds each, so I'm not really sweating it that much.
They're not colossal, right?
Not at all.
No. not even the definition of colossal.
See, you got man respect. I don't know why you think you're not getting.
You did so much.
It's something I'm going to get to in a little bit, but like I
Yeah.
said to Chris Cage, I've seen him, I've seen Rays, and Whiplash all improve immensely. The guys definitely deserve the opportunities that they're getting. And this Saturday, I'm telling you right now, the pressure's on for Certified Sexy to keep up with GOAT. Granted, the GOAT, if they lose or don't look as good against the other guys, it might hurt them. So there is a major possibility for an upset here. But Reyes is a big dude, man. I'm colossal, but he's a monster.
There we go.
I think bodies are going to be flying in that match.
I think if anybody questioned we're gonna lose, well, let's just see on Saturday when all three of them on the ground.
Reyes, what do you want to say to Certified Sexy who are watching this podcast right now?
Get prepared. Call your loved ones. Tell them you're gonna be facing some people like the GOAT, Reyes, Whiplash, Cage, and we're not coming to play around. That's about it. We are the welcome committee, and we're gonna put them in the dirt. That's basically it.
Whoa. And Reyes is a big guy too. He's an animal.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen him a couple. Obviously, we've shared plenty of locker rooms together. Now, Reyes, let me ask you. I've seen. What are your thoughts? And this is something that kind of bothers me too, being a super heavyweight, right? What are your thoughts on the fact that the opportunities for the big men in this business kind of being pushed aside for the smaller guys?
I mean, that's to put it in my way, to put it for all the big guys out there. That's just more food on the table. You push these skinny guys or you push these small guys, you push them, that's fine. And then when we get there, we eat them up and we spit them out. That's basically it.
I like it.
More food on the table.
That's it, man. The era of the big man is coming back to the business. With guys like you, with guys like TJ Marconi, with guys like Mike Orlando. These big guys who are finally sick and tired of all the small vanilla midgets taking their spots, and they're coming out and they're putting on excellent performances and they're kicking ass, and that's what it's all about.
Did he just say vanilla?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
100% agree.
There you go. You see, when you're a big guy, Sean, you can relate to fellow big men, but you're so scrawny that it
Does it look like I eat salad?
I don't know what you eat. I don't want to know what you eat.
I 100% agree, but any big man that calls himself monster or anything like that, they gotta go through me first. I didn't give my name a king of monsters. The people bestowed that name to me. So any man that calls himself, or anybody that calls himself a monster, you have to go through me first. I got the crown. I'm holding that crown, so.
You see, you got the King of Monsters on the phone, and then you got the Colossal Mike Law.
You've been on this show like how many times?
1,000 times.
You are not the Colossal Mike Law.
I am the Colossal.
There you go.
So.
Wow.
So hey man, good luck this coming weekend. I know you're gonna kick some ass. It's gonna be an exciting bout, no doubt. Any parting words?
Come check out 2KW Pro 6. It's gonna be one hell of a show. Don't miss the GOAT versus Certified Sexy. Don't miss the funeral coming the day after of Certified Sexy.
Wow.
And that's about it. Thanks guys for having me on the show.
Thank you, sir, for being on the show, and we'll see you on Saturday for the pre-show. Thanks for calling in.
Anyone else calling in?
Oh, we got a bunch of people calling in. Don't look at me like that, Mike Law.
I'm just saying, like, this
Well,
is taking forever.
you invited Mike Law here to talk.
Oh, look, there's another caller. Welcome to Running Radio. Get in, get over. Who we talking to?
Oh my god. Oh, why is this echoing?
What's that?
She heard your voice and was scared off and hung up.
That's
There you
crazy.
go,
Hold
man.
on. Welcome to Running Radio. Who we talking to?
Helen?
Hi, Helen Vale. How you doing? You're live on Running Radio.
Good. How are you guys?
Good.
How are you?
Good. Why do y'all sound so far away?
I don't know.
It's probably the phone.
Oh no. Alright, I'm gonna put you guys on speaker, see if it works.
Okay.
There we go.
So what's going on?
So how you doing? You're talking with Sean Walsh and Anthony Piscini and the colossal Mike Law.
Hey, hey.
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm just taking a swim right now.
What's that?
I'm taking a swim.
Oh,
There we go.
You're in the water with us on the phone?
Yes.
That's kind of cool. So, you're in the first ever women's match in 2KW Pro.
Yeah.
Tell me what it means
Excited?
to be breaking that ground.
I feel pretty honored, to be honest with you, because there's so many talented women in this business that, like, it's very humbling to be part of that. So that's how I feel. Just very grateful.
And what are your thoughts about your opponent?
Honestly, I'm very excited because I pretty much wrestled every girl in New England, especially her sister, and a girl that is known as a better opponent for me, and not being able to wrestle her up until now is very disappointing, but I'm very glad to finally be able to wrestle her because it's been a while and I've been asking to wrestle her.
Wow.
Well, now, Helen Vale, this is the Colossal Mike Law. Now, let me ask you, do you feel the pressure or the fact that with the highly competitive market for the women, you talk about all the women out there right now who are making some incredible strides, not accounting like obviously the Sasha Banks of the world, but you're also talking about Kimberly, Nikki Adams, you talk about, you have some of these women in the independents right now that are doing some amazing performances. Even Jade, this coming Saturday, will be in the main event. Is there pressure on you to continue to up the ante, to perform at a top level in order to continue to ride this wave of what seems to be some incredibly talented women wrestlers?
Of course. I mean, you always want to be compared to those women. You don't want to be one of those women who can't wrestle, and it's always an honor to be a part of that group, I say, because I always talk, like, I told Kimberly before, like, she's an inspiration to me, and I said coming in, it's not where I go, I just really want to be a good wrestler and good at it, and I don't want to be, like, just a face, if that makes sense.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Any particular training that you've done for, I'll tell you one thing about that Daryl's gym, as a person who's competed in that venue, it gets really hot in there. And so, obviously, we're coming down to some hot weather this coming weekend, hitting the upper 90s. So, to me, people like, it's we're performing pro wrestling and whatnot, but people don't realize how much that takes out of you from your air, from your conditioning, your cardio,
And especially in extreme heat like that.
and extreme heat. And I'll tell you, so with the lights beaming down on you in that venue, you're gonna feel it. What have you done to train for that type of atmosphere?
Well, I can think of not one time, but last summer, I was training with this, and I was training at the Chop Shop in Providence, and there was no AC. It was brutal hot in there. It was, like, so hot that every time we got in the ring, because it was one of those rings that gets really slippery, every time even one person got into the ring, we would have to wipe it down with a rag. And I feel like just staying on top of, like, being used to that heat helped me out. Like, training inside of a place that's AC and stuff, it's not going to help you get better with the heat, if that makes sense.
Absolutely, absolutely. Like, those kind of conditions are probably essential. Like, I love training in the heat, man.
Yeah.
One, kind of limits the possibility of getting injured. When you're out there, you're trying to go and you're freezing, and you're taking all these types of falls and whatnot, and you're wrestling aggressively. Chances are there's a higher opportunity to get injured. But in this heat, even though it's exhausting, it's incredible to train in that. Most likely not, you're going to be under the hot lights. You're going to be in a building with 200, 300, 400 people. A lot of body temperature going in there. And so, like you said, this is the prime example of this situation coming up with this type of venue.
Yeah, no, and also, like, when you're in that type of heat, like performing and wrestling, whether it be whatever you're doing, you overexert yourself, and then kind of by the end of the match, you're like
trench, just exhausted.
Exhausted, but you remember it, and you know.
Well, it's funny because I actually had a match once and it was really hot, and it was like, good thing it was a 6-man tag match, and I actually left the ring at one point and grabbed somebody's water out of the crowd and drank it, and then hopped right back up.
That's it. Just keep going.
Yeah.
I've never met this young lady, but I already can tell I like her. I like her tenacity.
Now, your opponent on Saturday is first time in the ring for her for a while after coming back from a major injury. Does this give you more confidence?
Hold on, wasn't she in Chikara last week, though?
What's that?
Wasn't she in Chikara last week?
Yeah, well, this is her first, like, real match
Singles
coming
match?
back.
I guess.
So does this give you more confidence that she's coming back that she's fresh back from injury?
No, it's not fair to kick somebody when they're down, and you always want to wrestle somebody at their best, not their worst. But at the same time, you shouldn't gloat on how you're injured, and that shouldn't be based on your performance if you're hurt or not. So say if she lost, or if she messed up, or whatever happened, and she says, well, it's because I was injured, well, that's not fair.
Right, but the knowing that she's fresh off of injury, does this give you more confidence going into the match? Or does this give you a target to focus on during the match?
Oh, of course. So I'm going to be targeting her the whole time to see if she can handle it.
She doesn't want to release her game plan on air.
Yeah, that would be counterproductive
Yeah.
for her to say, hey, yeah, I'm going to go for her arm or whatever.
Well, I wouldn't be the fine interviewer that I am if I
Ridiculous.
didn't try to bring it out of her.
Since I'm
Yeah, I mean,
aware-
if you were to literally fight somebody on the street and you knew that they had a weak side, wouldn't you want to attack that first?
Yeah.
Yeah, especially if they agreed to said match.
Yes.
It's all game. You see, that's one thing about when people like talk about, oh, you know, I'm injured, or they make every excuse in the book why their performance wasn't up to par, or why, you know, they couldn't get the W. It's because I was injured. No, man, we're all injured. I got news for you, Jack. We've been doing this. If you've been doing this for longer than 5 years, you've got some sort of nagging injury. So there's no excuse. You either come back and shut your mouth and you go to work and you bust your ass, or just stay in the sidelines. There's no time for that.
No pain, no gain.
Yes.
I guess that's what this business is about.
Yeah, man, it's a survival of the toughest, man. Like, this ain't ballerina. Like, you're going in there, and at the end of the day, it just goes back to what I said. You know what I mean? Wins, losses, yeah, fine, whatever. It's about being remembered. It's about the fans saying, that person, I want to see that person. I want to lay down the $15, the $20, the $30 to go see that person again. That's what this business is about. I don't care what anybody says. And the fact is, between these two ladies, the pressure, in my opinion, is on both of them to be on top of their game. This is the very first women's match for this organization, and they both have to deliver.
Yep. I agree.
Through heat, through injury, even if you got to drink a bottle of water from somebody in the audience.
Well, that's what the audience is there for, isn't it?
Yeah.
Other than to watch and have a good time, and then provide your water and beer.
Yeah.
Well, do you have any more questions?
No, I think we're good because we're going to see them all on Saturday again.
Well, unfortunately, I'm bummer. I know more as we go through the show.
You
I'm
dropped
bummed
out.
they didn't drop out. I know about it.
Well, how rude. Our guest is still waiting in line.
Yeah.
Any parting words, Miss Vale? I mean, I'm sorry that these guys were raised by a pack of wolves, but
I'm sorry.
some of us
No,
have
it's
manners.
okay.
You are
I
really in a mood
I can't
today.
hear you anyway, to be honest with you. So good thing that is.
It's all Sean.
How am I getting blamed? Miss Vale, do you have anything else to say about your match before we let you go?
No, because I like surprises, so just be prepared to watch something fun.
That's awesome. Miss Vale, thank you. We'll see you on Saturday.
Thank you for having me.
You got
you
to
for
have a
calling
good
in.
night.
Bye.
You really are in a mood today.
I am.
Because you're being very rude. You're
How
being
am I
very
being
rude.
very rude? Why
You're giving
is it
out our
my
game
fault?
plan and everything.
Isn't it
I'm
my
not a
fault?
fan of you.
I'm
my
actually
job
so
trying to
big.
get out
I
of
am
what's
actually
going
like
on?
legitimately so big that the whole screen can't fit me.
It's true. Go
I
to
can't
this
fit my
camera.
body. I don't want to squeeze any closer to you.
Why not?
Just
No. I'm
The
a nice
scent.
guy.
The scent is why he doesn't want to. The scent is why you don't want to hit closer.
yeah, it makes sense. Of course, he puts himself in the middle,
Yeah, I told him to go.
Hello, I'm fat.
Well,
Big Bone did. Big Bone did.
No, I'm
Anyway,
fat.
well,
thank
there
you
you
for
go.
everybody. Is anyone else calling from 2KW tonight?
We should have a couple people calling in from 2KW, but we can talk to Mike.
The lines are
No, I have
on
no
fire.
problem. I just wish I knew everyone was calling in so I could prepare some questions. You know, that's all.
What? I mean, here's the thing. I don't have any questions prepared. You just off the top of your head.
Yeah, I know.
You have been around this industry for quite a while.
Yeah.
You're somewhat intelligent.
I'm very intelligent.
Very
There you go.
intelligent.
He is very intelligent, I guess. For like an orangutan, I don't know. Like he's not very brilliant.
No.
But the fact is, like, you just ask questions, man.
Yeah.
Like you ask questions like you would ask,
Like-
what's so hard about saying, "Hey, are you ready for the Saturday?" I mean, baga.
Pacini walked into the building to take the SATs, and they told him to just go. He passed it with one.
That is not true at all.
Brilliant. The guy is brilliant. Yes.
I'm very brilliant.
But what were we talking about before I was so rudely interrupted by all those awesome guests?
No, I was asking if there was any person you wanted to wrestle that he hasn't got to wrestle yet, whether it be someone he's seen before, friendly with.
I'm not really friendly with anybody at this
Yeah.
point. It really is a competition. No matter what anybody says, we're all trying to get that top billing, top spot. I don't know, man. I know earlier this year everyone's going and doing a little list of who they want to face, whatever,
Everybody was doing that like
Everybody. Like
I
it was
wanna
like
wrestle
ad
like these
nauseum.
10
Like, yes, I
people.
get it. You want to wrestle like,
John Cena.
yeah, exactly.
Well, I'm asking, like, someone you would want to wrestle with in the next year or, like, by the end of this year. Is there any prospects that you feel like you...
Man, I just want the best opportunities to
Okay.
show everybody how good I am, man. Like, this is what I was talking about before. This is like the bad move. Do we have that flyer for this coming Friday for the BCW show?
I don't think so.
Well, regardless, I mean, it's just one of those things that, like, I'm in there with, 5 other dudes who have something to prove. You got,
Yeah.
B-Boy coming in from the West Coast, an independent, demi-legend, basically has done a lot in the indies. You got a guy like, Indigo Child, who used to go as Element, wears a mask now for whatever reason. Facade, Sasha Jenkins from Certified Sexy, and EA James. So you got 5 guys on top of myself who who have something to prove and want the opportunity to like stick out in front of in front of the fans. That's what I want, man. I don't like. It's not me about naming like, oh, I want to wrestle this guy and I want to do this. No, man. Like anybody who I'm impressed with, I'll let you know backstage. I don't have to tell the world who I think is good. And like, I'll let you know who's good and who's not, and who I would like to get in there and mix it up with. But the fact is, like, to me, just put me in there with the opportunity, with the very best of who you have, and let me show the people, let me show the promoters, let me show everybody that I'm as good as I say I am. That's it. That to answer your question, nutshell, that's all I ask. I don't ask for a specific opponent. I don't care about who. So just got released. I don't care about To me, I'm here to just show everybody that I'm truly colossal, not because of the stature and the size and no, man, like that I am like as great as I say I am. That's it.
There you go.
Any questions? Any more questions?
Any questions for the man?
What else is there left to ask him?
I don't know, man. Like how my day was going.
Yeah.
Well,
I obviously know your days. Before you got here, what happened? You seem very flustered. You seem very frustrated.
It just goes back to what I was saying. Again, you guys don't have the BCW flyer, but it's just a little thing that I noticed.
Who's your opponent on Friday?
The 6-way match that I just described.
Yeah. Yes.
BCW this coming Friday, Elks Lodge, Queensboro Elks Lodge in Elmhurst, New York. So I noticed, I was like looking how everyone was positioned on the flyer, and I said to myself, okay, well, I'm all the way at the end, right, basically like the side of EA James, who has a huge picture on the flyer, and I said to myself, yeah, you may want to take this. This is from Sunnyvale, California. Is that B-Boy?
Hi, you're on Running Radio. Get over. Who are we talking to? Oh, no.
Yeah, he didn't want to talk to you.
Yep.
So-and-so from Sunnyvale. Call back, okay? It's rude. Anyhow, Yeah, so I just noticed stuff like that. I've noticed that I'll perform for certain companies and really bust my ass and give a performance and just really wrestle, put on, a grade A show, and again, win, loss, whatever. But the fact is, I don't feel like I'm featured as much. That's just me after doing many years and just knowing, like, that despite anything, there's talent there. And I think that you have Stan Styles' number on your phone. That's interesting.
Do you feel creepy? Stan, you're on the air with Running Radio. Get in, get over. What's going on?
I think you hung up on
And
him.
he's gone again.
I think you're hanging up on him.
Cassini, maybe you should intro going forward.
No, he's got the show. He books everything. He's doing it.
I feel like Sean's voice is scaring.
It is terrifying.
How are you scared of my voice?
I don't know, but that's the third time
If you could describe my voice in a sentence, go ahead and...
whiny.
What?
Unorganized.
What?
Unorganized voice? That's an unorganized
do you
voice.
have-
Oh, I thought we were doing character.
I said voice. Are you even listening over there?
I am listening.
Proceeds to totally ignore what I said before about the 6-way on Friday and ask the
No.
same question.
No, I didn't ask you the same question. I was asking.
did.
I might have gotten dates confused. I was
didn't.
asking what, like, you have a next show?
Yeah, I have 3
Yes, you
excellent
have
events coming this
shows. I
weekend.
know.
We got BCW, Queens, New York. We have World 1 in New Jersey. And then we have Law. Not any, relation to me.
Yeah.
Even though I'm so great they named the company
After you.
Legendary Action Wrestling, and that's in Yonkers. In Yonkers.
In Yonkers.
All right, Stan Style going to call back? Or
I'm going to try to call him back
You're going
right
to try
now.
to call him back?
Yup, because I can.
There you
Because
go.
you have his number, and that's kind of weird to
Well, I do run a podcast about wrestling.
Hello?
Stan,
Yes,
Stan, can you hear us?
I can.
You're
I was
on
just trying
the
to call
air.
you guys.
What's that?
I was trying to call you guys, and it wasn't working.
Well, we got it to work. We're on the air with Stan Styles,
Oh.
and you are on.
He was
Running
hanging
Radio.
up on you for some
I
reason. We're
was
telling you
not.
don't hang up on him. He's trying to call.
No, it said there was no connection. I was like, oh, what's going on? I have to have this phone working at constant because the girls always call in the middle of the night. Put some, that's right.
me. It's going to be a cha-cha line of people to beat your ass on Saturday.
Oh
Chris
no.
Cage, Stan,
Well, do you really think
Styles.
I give a shit what these people think about me? I'm the king of the world. And to the girls listening right now, yes, I am naked. It's very hot. It's like 100 degrees. Why not? Why not?
Are
So you guys
released-
got any
are you
questions
released
for
in bed
me?
naked? I mean, this is a question.
I am in bed naked.
Sean,
It's kind of strange that you asked that.
I asked you a
I
couple
thought you were a
questions.
26
I
fan.
said the same thing myself, man. I don't know what's going on there. I mean, hey, Cheryl. But Stan, yeah, man, this coming Saturday, you got the Concrete Rose Sunny Kiss ready to go. What are your thoughts, man?
This is the rematch.
Well,
This is the rematch.
yes, it is. I don't understand why you keep calling stuff a concrete rose. What is that? A rose ain't concrete. A rose is just petals and stuff that can easily be destroyed and easily be, crushed in the palm of my hand. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to crush him in the palm of my hand.
Wow.
And yes, it is a rematch, and I don't care, because this time he don't stand a chance, especially with my thick silver goddess by my side. And that's great.
Yeah, I can't wait to talk to her on Saturday. I got a few questions for her in regards to the last
If she lets you
TKW
talk to you.
event.
What are those questions?
I'll ask her when I see her.
Oh, he's already got them prepared.
I do.
Preparation.
She might not answer those questions because, she don't talk to infidels.
There.
Oh, I mean, that hurts me, Stan. That hurts.
Well, I like, some girls like a little bit of pain. That's my pleasure. Oh, I can't wait for Saturday. It's gonna be an easy night and a fun night. That's
So-
right.
What can we expect from you on Saturday?
Well, I know Sonny's gonna come to the ring in a stupid, funkadactyl outfit like he always does, and he's gonna shake his ass, and everyone's gonna cheer Sonny, like they all do because they love him so much. And you know what? The match, I already have it planned in my head. It's easy to beat this guy. All right, yes. So I might have slipped up last time, but this time it's a lot different. I have Sonny's number, and he knows it. He don't stand a chance. And all the people watching, they're not going to be cheering Sonny say no more. They're going to be in shock I take my palm and just smash in his face and give him the facial. And I'll get some other facials.
That
night,
facial is
I'm
quite a
sure.
move, by the way.
Yes, it is.
I mean, Sean, have you taken this before?
No, I have not.
No, he's taken facials before.
I have not taken a
Not-
facial. I have not taken a facial, but I've seen it.
Not his facial. He's been taking plenty of facials.
Wow, what is this gang
I'm
up on
saying,
Sean
Sean, it's
episode?
just- your timing is impeccable,
Yes.
and Stan Styles, like you said, I don't necessarily think you lost last time. Maybe a misstep, and that's probably why Sonny went to win. That really has to do more with luck than skill. Although Sonny's talented.
Sonny just gets lucky. He's been getting lucky a lot. And you know what? Yeah, you know what? This time I said to be a lot different. You know, I might have been toying with Sonny, and this time I'm going to talk to him. And I'll give credit where credit's due, fellas, because Sonny is a very talented individual. Those flips and everything he does, that's very talented. But is it wrestling? Is it wrestling? Because, you know, everyone talks about cruiserweights and all this athletic crap, but you know what? I could do some of that stuff too. But do I do it? No, because I don't need to. I got, I'm 196 perfect pounds of sizzling muscle, and I'd rather use these huge biceps to crush my opponent and my huge quads to destroy my opponent. And that's what women love, you know? Because everyone wants to see Sonny flip and flop and stuff, and you know what? That's not going to happen because Saturday at Dare's Extreme Fitness Stan Styles, he's going to fry Sonny Kiss. He's going to fry the road. The road's going to be burned into a crisp. That's right.
So you're going to keep him pinned to the ground, right?
Well, that's how you do the win, right? What am I supposed to do? Am I pin him on the wall? Is that are we changing the wheel wrestling now, Junior? Are we going to change? We're going to pin the opponent on the turnbuckle or something now to win the match? Of course. What kind of question is that? Oh, my God.
You're going to take the,
He's still on the facial comment. He got all excited.
What are you talking about?
I'll tell you right now, Stan.
Are you guys drinking over there?
No.
I don't drink.
I don't drink, but I might start.
You have to pin him for 3 seconds.
Well, I
That's
mean,
the way to
like,
With the
he's
pin
gonna
or
take
submit.
He's going to take
Do you watch wrestling?
Do you know it's around a 16 by 16?
Yes.
Is this the pick on Sean episode?
It might
Oh,
be.
no,
yeah.
it might be.
We're feeling good about it.
That for when Matt Ryan calls in.
Oh, Matt Ryan's calling in.
Matthew Ryan Shapiro normally calls in during.
Should I leave now?
Oh.
Matt Ryan can't wait to get on here and jibber jabber.
Jibber jab.
Yeah,
And speaking of 16 by 16, I think Darrow's is 14 by 14 because it's kind of cheap. It's in New York.
This sounds on fire tonight.
It really is.
This stuff, guy. All right. Well, any parting words,
Yeah,
Mr.
exactly.
Stan Styles? This coming Saturday, you have the rematch that you've wanted. I will say, man,
My God.
the pressure's on you because if you do lose, it's not looking good.
Well, see, that's not going to happen because, like I said, I have the match already won. Sonny don't even know about it yet. He don't know what's coming to him. He thinks he's going to come in there and shake his booty and everyone's going to cheer for him. He's going to do what he always does. But this time, it's going to be totally different. And I ain't giving all my secrets. And Stephanie's going to be right there with me, and she's going to leave with the man that night. And that's right. See ya.
Well,
Thank you, Stan. Oh,
and
there we go.
someone's already calling in.
That is yet another person that Sean has hung up on.
He has
Man.
booked and hung up everybody on the show.
There may be a pre-show match with Sean versus Chris Cage, Stan Styles, and who else did he hang up on? Helen Vale?
I think my mom called in and he hung up on her.
I didn't hang up on Stan Styles.
I think
Yeah,
he
you did.
buddy.
Did you just break your microphone?
He broke his mic. He got excited
Yeah, man.
about the facial.
This show is hot. I'm getting so many text messages about how positive it's going.
Really?
Are you being
Yeah.
sarcastic?
No, not me. I'm getting a lot of positive Sean text messages.
It'd be like a train wreck right now.
Oh, yeah.
But,
What's going on? Here, you
Sean's
want-
breaking mics.
Here we go.
I got it
Phone
covered.
calls are dropping.
Don't you worry. No, the phone calls didn't drop.
Mike is upset.
Yeah.
Mike be upset.
Ah, no reason. Oh, phone call!
Chicago, Illinois. Who's that?
Here we go. Thank you for calling Running Radio. You're on the air.
On there.
How you doing? This is Sir William Black.
William Black, what is up, sir? How are you?
I'm doing all right, baby.
Yeah.
Are you how pumped are you for Saturday?
I'm pumped. I'm not pumped. I'm not pumped at all for Saturday.
Why not?
Why not? Because AJ Orsini put Sir William Black into a match that Sir William Black did not agree to.
Oh my.
Oh boy.
Is AJ coming?
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's talk about more about this match that you didn't agree to.
First of all, stop saying the word match. Sir William Black is not showing up Saturday to fight. Sir William Black is showing up to spread the word. And that's all I'm going to do.
So you're not gonna wrestle Sebastian Cage?
I am not going to wrestle anybody. AJ Orsini did not contact me and said, Sir William Black, would you like to be in the match? Sebastian Cage called out Sir William Black because I attacked him at the last show. And normally I would apologize to Sebastian Cage, but he played the role he was supposed to play in that chapter of Black History. I can't say anything to Sebastian Cage past that. You did what you were there to do, and that was to get beat up. Now this Saturday, like I said again, I'm showing up, but that is to spread the word of God's will. Because Black's life matters.
Oh. Very
Right
true.
to that.
Doesn't all life matter?
No, but he's saying specifically himself. He did not agree to this match. It's
Yeah.
unfair. I mean,
That's why I asked him AJ.
Listen. I don't represent all life. I represent Sir William Black. I'm not anti-anybody. I'm pro-William Black, okay?
There we go.
That's all you need to know.
There you go, Sean. This guy Sean here has been causing
Yes,
problems with
so much
everybody
problems.
all night. I don't know. Just watch he doesn't
Yeah,
hang
you
up
sound
on
like
you
a
either.
troublemaker, son. You sound like a troublemaker.
How many times did he hang up on you tonight?
A troublemaker. Wow, everybody's on me like a cheap suit today.
Oh, But so
You sound like a troublemaker.
we got it. Is AJ calling to see why didn't he approve
I
this
guess
match?
if AJ calls, we could ask him. I don't
yeah.
don't
Well,
know.
Sir William Black is on.
I know. I just wanted to
Why don't
understand why
that's
the
the
match.
question.
I know. He just explained why he doesn't. I'm just asking why the match is approved. That's all.
AJ Orsini's on the call right now. So, with that being said, again, regardless of your plans this coming Saturday, the same question as Chris Cage before and raised. Do you feel with the influx of so many new faces into KW Pro that you have to step your game up?
That I have to step my game up. You know what the problem is with all these, the influx of all these new faces in 2KW Pro is a lack of dark skin in all of these new incoming faces. I feel that's a big problem for 2KW Pro, and that's the word I'm coming to spread. Like I said, Black's life matters, and they're not bringing in enough of my colored people in the 2KW Pro. You got EYSDO in the main event. Of course, you're going to put the Puerto Ricans in the main event in the Bronx. Of course, it makes sense, right? No, it makes no sense. No sense at all. You know who does make sense being in the main event? Sir William Black. Because Black's life matters. Hashtag that.
So, William Black, if you were in the main event, who would you want to wrestle?
If I was in the main event, it wouldn't matter who I wrestled. It wouldn't matter at all. You can line them all up. It doesn't matter. I just need to be in the main event. Let me ask you something, player. Did you know that the first people on this planet were black? Did you know that?
Why, yes.
He didn't know that.
Yeah, of course
he didn't
you know
that.
Now, what you need to know is that Sir William Black is a direct descendant from that bloodline. So by birth, I am naturally better than any athlete on any card on any given day. And then, am I in the main event? No. They got me fighting Sebastian Cage. Who is Sebastian Cage next to Sir William Black? You don't even know, do you?
I have no idea. It's like comparing apples to oranges. It's like
It's like comparing Sebastian Cage to Sir William Black. That's exactly what it's like. And it doesn't make no damn sense.
Have you gotten your attorneys on this? It seems like something a good attorney could probably solve for you.
Yeah, I should take some legal action against this company because it's not seeming right at all. You're absolutely right, sir.
Wow. You really are in a mood.
Well, I'm disagreeing with Sir William Black. I mean, the guy has really been there as long as Chris Cage and some of these other guys. And again, and if you don't mind me
I've been
saying,
there
William
since
Black,
day one.
You and
Day one.
come from the same ideals of respect. There is a lack of it, despite the fact that we have been busting our own asses to make a name for ourselves. Am I right?
There's a complete lack of respect for Sir William Black in this company.
I agree.
So you're gonna just refuse to wrestle. You're gonna walk to the ring and hold a sermon for like a half hour.
I am going to walk into the ring. I am going to open up the big book of Black history, and I'm going to recite from some of these chapters, and I'm going to educate the people in that audience that night. And that is all I'm coming to do.
There you go.
Somebody tell AJ Orsini that.
I think he's on the phone right now.
I don't know. He's on the phone right now.
Is that AJ Orsini?
I don't think so.
Wait, it's 646, but Sunnyvale, California. How
I
is that
don't know.
possible?
Sir William Black, thank you for your time this evening. We look forward to seeing you Saturday during the
Appreciate the
pre-show.
phone call.
No problem, sir. Thank you for allowing me to spread the word.
You got it. You have a good night, and thank you for calling in.
All right.
This is
Make sure
amazing.
he's done before you hang up.
You know, here I thought that I'd have
hung
a
up.
forum to speak my mind.
You won't even get a
There
one
you
up because
go.
we had another phone call.
Welcome to Running Radio.
How you doing, brother? This is Sebastian Cage.
Sebastian Cage, how
There
you
you go.
doing?
Hey.
We were just on the
Doing
phone with
great,
William
man.
Black.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he actually has some very interesting things to say about you. He
Yeah.
says that you, like, he asks who you are, which is, like, extremely insulting. Because I'll say this about Sebastian Cage. He has been doing a lot recently. His name has been appearing in a lot of cards, including this Friday, BCW. So what are your thoughts on that, man? The fact that he kind of basically said that despite the fact that you are getting your name out there, that he doesn't know who you are. Like, I always felt like that was like a big slap to the face.
Yeah, very.
Well, like I said, he doesn't respect me, and I'm going to have to take it out of him that he's going to have to respect me. But because it's simple, man. He cost me my opportunity to making it to the top of 2KW Pro. And he came in, and he had to take that from me. So he clearly doesn't have no respect for me, so I'm going to have to make him respect. And he'll know. He'll know. Come Saturday, there's no more talking. There's time to walk after that. 'Cause
Let
I'm
me
the
ask you
future.
something.
Everybody knows that I'm the future, and I'm coming in, and I'm taking what's mine.
Well, let me ask you something, Sebastian Cage, off the cuff here a little bit. The fact that you know, obviously call yourself the future, but you noticed, and as well as I have, there's an incredible amount of talent in the New York scene. You know this as good as I do.
Yeah.
I'm always keeping tabs on the guys like you, the guys who are up and coming. Like, I know for the most part, I know my way around the business, and I know, like, what I have to do to survive. What are you attempting to do? How are you going to be able to compete against some of the talent like the Anthony Gangones, the guys like the GOAT, the EYFBO? You know, there's so many guys on the singles, forum. You're looking at guys like Maxwell Jacob Feinstein. You got guys like Dickie Moon from Connecticut. Just a list of dudes that are in the right now. In my opinion, the singles male ranking is the toughest spot to hold down, and it's because there's just so many talented dudes.
Definitely. I mean, as you can see, I'm a very talented myself. And I always work hard. My main focus is to work hard and, keep pushing forward. So I believe that if you put your heart and soul to whatever it is you do, if it's professional wrestling or any other sport in the world, if you put your heart and soul and you work hard, and you always keep your head up and keep moving forward, I'm definitely going to be able to hang with the rest of the guys because I'm over here working as hard as anybody else, you know what I mean? And I'm not bragging about it. I'm out there proving it every single night that I step into that square circle,
Absolutely.
So, I respect everybody. I respect everybody, but I'm just doing what I have to do to keep making it to the top.
Can't say I disagree with that. I've seen this kid go from
Well,
a
now,
line.
Sir William Black has refused to wrestle you on Saturday. How does that make you feel?
Excuse me, he has the what?
He refused to wrestle you on Saturday.
He said AJ never approved the match.
Right, he said he never was contacted about the match, so he's going to hold a sermon in the middle of the ring. How does that make you
You know what it
feel?
is? That's simple. That tells you a lot. That tells you that Sir William Black is scared of what Sebastian Cage has coming to him because he took the easy way out and took a cheap shot at me. Now I'm coming to get my revenge on Saturday night. And on Saturday night, there's nowhere to run. There's nowhere to hide. There's no
Oh, AJ didn't hit me up about this. He didn't. There's none of that. On Saturday, we're gonna be staring at each other across that square circle. We're gonna take care of business, because I'm here for business. I'm here to take care of what he did to me. I'm taking my revenge.
So you're saying, Holy Communion or no, there's going to be a match on Saturday.
There's gonna be a war on Saturday. It's not gonna be a match. It's gonna be a war, because I'm coming in there to finish what he started.
There you go.
Wow.
I mean, Sebastian K's on the mission, man. You know what? Like I said,
I hope there is a match on Saturday now.
It might be a beatdown. It might not be a match. It might just be a beatdown.
I said a war.
So with that being said, aside from that, like one of the things I'll ask you, because of the fact that, you know, again, we are the singles male ranking, in my opinion, toughest spot to be in. You got so many talented dudes out there. I named just a couple. There's dozens and dozens of more, whether it's young guys who are coming up like a Sebastian Cage, or guys who are, you know, on their way up like an Anthony Gangone, or guys like myself who've been around and are continuing to do our thing.
Yes.
What are you going to do to stand out, man? Like, ultimately, we know what this is all about. What are you going to do in order to stand out from myself, from the rest of these guys who, not for nothing, I mean, I'm not just patting myself on the back, I'm patting these other guys, like a Max Caster, who's another talented dude from Creative Pro Wrestling. Like, you got a lot of these guys out there who are hungry, and the spots are so limited. So what are you going to do, or what makes you stand out, man? I've seen you do some impressive stuff, so I'll give you that. But long term, you have to realize that as soon as that injury, or as soon as that you take that misstep, there's going to be somebody right behind you ready to take your spot. What are you going to do to avoid that, man?
That's a difficult question, but I will get an answer for you for now. Looking forward to the future, I'm just focusing on now, growing up a little more, you know, taking care of my body as much as I can. You know, try to not take as much risk as I usually do, because at the end of the day, I got to take care of my body so I can keep pushing forward. You know, I'm working on myself every day. I'm working on everything I have to do to keep myself in the business, you know, stay relevant, stay creative. You know, I'm always open to, you know, evolve and change, because that's the whole thing, you know. And that's basically what I'm doing. I'm looking forward to the future. I'm taking steps forward. I'm not looking back. I'm just taking steps forward and not looking back, learning from my mistakes, and, you know, trying to stay as safe as possible.
Hey, I mean, you know what? Yeah. Couldn't answer that one better myself.
Yep. Well, thank you for calling in, Sebastian Cage, and we look forward to seeing you on Saturday.
Definitely, brother. Thank you for having me. And tell that Sir William Black on Saturday at Darrow's 2KW Pro 6. You better be ready, because the future is coming to take that revenge. Thank you guys for having me on your show.
Thank you, sir. We'll see you on Saturday.
Have a great night.
Sebastian Cage.
Yeah.
No, he's just determined.
So there's going to be a fight.
It might be a fight. They may have to call the police officer.
There might be a prayer session first, though. I don't know.
Well, Ray said it was going to be a funeral the day after. But, yeah, man, like I said, should be an action-packed show. Thank you, 2K Pro. I mean, maybe next time. Why? I mean, I really, they were cool, man. I like that company. You know, I mean, we're all, look, at the end of the day, I can't stress this enough. Support the independents, man.
Absolutely.
Like, 2K Pro Dub is going to run a fantastic show this coming Saturday. No doubt about it. I'll be at World 1 in New Jersey with Sabu, Shane Douglas, and Abyss. So that's going to be a stacked show. And I'm on it, of course.
Of course.
You know, you got BCW Friday night over at the Elks Lodge in Queensboro, Elks Lodge, Elmhurst, New York. And on Sunday you have Law in Yonkers. On top of that, you have so many independents, man. People do not realize right now, if you are not a fan of our business, if you are not a fan of our industry, grab your friends, grab your friends' friends, grab your sister, your brother, your niece and nephews. You know, show them the products, man. It's good out there. The quality just keeps getting better and better. New York is picking business up, and I'm telling you right now.
We're in a boom of wrestling is actually.
It's not in a boom yet. I'll tell you, like, people, I can agree with what you're saying, but I have to disagree, because at the moment there isn't a competitor Right now, it's strictly the marketplace is truly taken up by, no pun intended, the colossal WWE in terms of their market share is humongous, and they have 3 brands. You know what I mean? But I think the opportunity for a lot of guys that weren't there before are now there.
Yeah.
Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa, all these guys that are getting the opportunities, the Cruiserweight Classic, are now seeing the opportunities that they would not, for all intents and purposes, would never have seen 5 or 6 years ago. But they're seeing it now, and guys like that you see on the local independents, the guys like a Tony Nese who busted their ass and deserve all the recognition that they're getting, are finally seeing the fruits of their labor.
Well, the reason why I'm saying that it's in a boom is because the way, not just WWE, I feel like everybody's getting opportunities, as you just said, that they wouldn't get before. People are going to companies that other companies wouldn't take people before and jumping over seamlessly. And I feel like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you can't turn on a TV without a current wrestling show or a replay. And as you said before, there's shows happening every weekend. That's why I feel like wrestling hasn't been this hot in years. And I feel like I'm seeing outside people on like Good Morning America's talking about it. Like I feel like it's
wrestlers are on ESPN.
I feel like it's right now. It's in a boom. All independence, professional, like television wrestling is at an all-time high. Even as far as say MMA is at an all-time high. I feel like combat sports and professional wrestling, for the first time in years, it's hot again.
And it starts from the grassroots, folks, man. At the end of the day, it starts from the independents, and it works its way up. Like, that's just the way it's always been.
Absolutely.
The Seth Rollins of the world, the Dean Ambrose of the world, all the guys, Dan O'Brien, of course, being, that one of those guys. Every single one of those guys started from the ground up. This is your opportunity. For the fans who aren't familiar with independent wrestling, go out and catch an indie show. You will catch. I will say this. I wasn't this confident a couple years ago in saying that the quality was that good. Yeah. And I honestly wasn't like a proponent of necessarily inviting friends to shows, knowing that the quality wasn't as great or good. I will tell you right now, for the most part, if you decide to go to a random indie show, you will see some talent on there that will blow your mind. You will. It's like the math speaks for itself. Yeah. If you have 11 matches or whatever, God knows some of these companies run, you are bound to see somebody that's like, I've never seen that before.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's what the innovation, that's what the independents are all about. It's innovation.
Absolutely.
It's stuff that you can't necessarily see in the big companies. And they just start from the ground up, man.
Yeah. I have a quick, I know we're short on time, but I'm going to make a quick example. Independence right now, I feel what you're saying is super hot, and there's always talent, and I feel, I'm taking this out because it's throwing me off a little bit. But I feel there's more opportunities for people to do bigger things, guys that have been cutting your teeth for years. As you know, I've been a wrestling fan since I was a kid, but I come from the music industry where I've cut my teeth for over 15 years touring, busting my butt, and the guys that have been doing that in professional wrestling are finally getting those opportunities. I know some people have opinions about people that are getting opportunities they shouldn't get, but last year I did sound in Brooklyn, maybe it's almost 2 years ago, 2014 I did sound in Brooklyn for Raw Nation. Yeah. Did sound for him, he had a headlining match with Ricochet for Evolve, and it blew me away. The next time he was in Brooklyn, he was at the freaking Barclays Center. And I'm going to spoil NXT, Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano. Spoilers, turn off if you're following wrestling. Turn off now. They're opening at the Barclays Center. Last time they're in Brooklyn, I did sound for them at the Polish Hall. Yeah. In Brooklyn in February, and now they're going to be opening the Barclays Center. This turnover rate is insane recently. I feel like if you're a wrestler, if you're a fan of any independent wrestlers, push those guys, tell them you like them, go to their shows, because at this time more than ever, guys are getting these opportunities, whether it be WWE, TNA, Ring of Honor. The turnover rate I've seen has been so fast, and I feel like instead of just saying you're a wrestling fan, show you're a wrestling fan. Go to shows. Be there and support the guys you like. Support people that have been busting their ass for years, like this guy right here.
Well, just look at Quick Cast Mike Wagner. We took him to the next level pre-show, and he worked the pre-show behind the scenes. Then he watched the show. Yeah. He got bit hard But first time he ever saw wrestling. Got bit hard. So hard that last night we were at the FTW training school training an introductory lesson for him.
Wow.
And that's going to be up later in the week. We're going to do a special kind of broadcast.
But
I'm looking forward to that one.
mostly what I'm saying is that, as you're saying, you were so passionate about supporting independent guys. This is more than ever, like, I understand, like, music side again, like, you never be concerned about what other people are doing, be concerned what you're doing. And I feel if you're a fan of somebody and if you're a wrestler, either if you're an independent wrestler, push yourself harder than ever and support people you like. Go to shows.
Who's on the phone?
Who's on the phone?
Welcome to Running Radio. You're on the air.
Hello, Nolan Avila here. How are you guys?
Hi, who's this again?
Nolan Avila. The Avila, Nolan Avila.
Oh, yes.
How are you?
I'm great. And you guys, how you doing? You
We're
guys look very
excited.
comfortable there.
What's that?
You guys look really comfortable.
We are really
we are
comfortable.
very comfortable.
The chairs are top notch in this facility.
Well, I'm sorry I'm calling so late, but like a normal person, you know, we all have jobs. So I'm just getting out.
I actually got to lose for my job.
Thank you. You know, gotta have one of those. It's New York, goddamn. You gotta have one of those.
Excellent, Nolan.
Yes, so we're excited about 2KW.
Oh, I'm excited. I'm always excited. I'm always excited about 2KW. I'm always excited about 2KW Pro. I'm just always excited.
Are you wearing a mask right now? I just want to know.
I am not wearing my mask at the moment. I actually have a little doll mannequin. It chills there so it doesn't flatten out for me, you know. Has to be form-fitting to the face, because the face has to be form-fitting.
Oh. So let's talk about your match on Saturday.
Saturday. Oh, man. So close. I have Joe Burrow, a man that I respect, a man that I know, a man that I've pretty much grown up in this organization with. You guys may not know, but I've been here for a while. I've been here since 2KW1, 2, 3. I've been here since 2KW Pro, 2, 3. And Joe, this is going to be one of those matches. He's going to take me to my limit. But I don't know my limit. And I don't know his limit. So there's no limits at the moment. Are you guys there?
Oh, we're here.
No, we're here.
We're letting you speak.
We're just listening to you go.
I'm mesmerized.
No, don't listen to me go. Interrupt, please. Ask me some questions. Let me know some things that I don't know.
So introduce the fans to yourself. How long have you been in this crazy business called wrestling?
Oh, pro wrestling. I officially pro, I've been going about 4 years now. And it's a dream. I mean, growing up in New York, MSG, you go to the shows, you see the guys, you see the wrestlers, you see the fights, you see the girls, you see everything. And you want to be in the middle. You want to be in the middle, you want to be on the side, you just want to be a part of it. Hey, I'm a part of it now. And that's what I wanted to do. I'm there. I'm going to be there. And I'm still here.
That's awesome. So on Saturday in 2KW Pro 6, what can fans expect to see of you in the ring?
Don't expect anything. Just come, enjoy, watch it happen, enjoy it as it happens, clap, boo. You know, if we get too close, push us back. If you love it, give me a hug, you know? I'm here for them. My job is to make them go through emotions. I don't care what emotion that is. If I make you cry, my job is done. If I make you laugh, my job is done.
There you go.
That's kind of cool.
As we were saying before, support independent wrestling.
Support independent wrestling. Damn it.
Support the independent scene.
So, go ahead, Mike.
No,
You have
I'm
something to
sorry.
say?
Now that we're here. Hey, Nolan, the Colossal Mike Law there. How are you doing,
Colossal
buddy?
Mike
Yeah,
Law.
that's me. So what style are you looking to incorporate this coming Saturday in order to, I don't know, win?
Now, I've been giving this a lot of thought. See, now, Joe, he's a boxer. Boxers punch. right?
They do.
That's what they do.
That's what they tend to do sometimes.
That's why
You're
it's
right.
So
the
my
sweet
job
science.
is not to get punched in the face. Done.
Good plan.
That's how you win this match.
I heard the clap too.
So you're gonna dance around him so that he doesn't punch you in the face?
Well, dancing. If we're gonna go dancing, I would choose like Salsa con Fuego, you know, and we could do some rhythmic moves.
You're
But
touching Colossal
I'm not
Michael's heart right
dancing.
now.
I'm not
Yes, sir.
dancing.
He has a smile
Okay.
big tonight.
I will be doing what I train to do every day after work. Doing what I choose to do every day after work. You know, Bulldog's gonna be there. I'm gonna move around. Maybe he'll catch me, but I know he won't. And I'm gonna do what I've been doing since 2KW Pro 1. Entertaining the fans.
There you go. Well, good luck this coming Saturday.
Anything you want to add before we move on?
I think I asked.
No,
for
no,
it.
no. Him.
Oh, not me?
Not you.
You looked straight at me and said it.
I kind of looked towards the phone.
You guys are meant for each other. I would say that right
we're
now.
in the same vicinity, so it's all right.
Yeah.
Sir, do you have any other parting words for your opponent or for us before we let you go?
Oh no. No. I think I've said enough. I think you heard enough. I think you've loved enough. All right? I'm here to spread the love. I'm here to spread the party. Remember, guys, it's not a pre-show. It's the pre-game before you go to the show. All right? We're there to enjoy it. You get there half an hour early to get your seat, to get your beverage, and enjoy me. Because I'm the first one you're going to see.
Awesome.
Well said.
Nolan.
Well, thank you, sir, and we'll see you on the pre-show on Saturday.
Saturday, I'll be there.
And thanks for calling in. Have a good night. And he's gone.
Well, no, that was fair because the conversation was over, but the other one, not so much.
Don't you even start with me.
No, not so much,
Don't
man.
even
They
start
were
with me.
so.
I think Stan Styles was about to say something else, and you banged the phone on him. Same thing with Chris Cage,
I don't think so.
and maybe Ray's. I think you did the same thing with Ray's.
Would I do that to Rays?
Boys, all I'm saying is,
does it look like
they're
I
gonna-
want to die?
They're gonna be out there very early. You may want to pay Sean Walsh a visit.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to be doing the
You-
pre-show.
you
We're going to be
can't-
there.
Exactly what I meant.
You
An
can't
hour and
hang up
15 minutes.
on anybody on purpose.
I didn't hang up on anybody.
Well, I hate. Unfortunately, the show ran a half an hour late. I cannot stay any longer.
Sean, yeah. Well, apparently PC can't stay. He's a big leaguer.
Oh
as
no,
we
no.
call the business.
I mean no disrespect to you. I mean all the disrespect to you.
What the
No
fuck
disrespect
up?
for you. I'm sorry.
So
I'm
now
sorry.
me and Sean. That's it.
What?
So wait,
I'm
how's
sorry.
you-
I can't. I thought we were. Unfortunately, I'm not.
The
I'm
draft
supposed to be
king,
somewhere.
look at
The
that.
draft.
King has to be
Sorry.
somewhere.
We're 8 to 9. I'm sorry. I gotta be somewhere by 10. Get mad at me.
Can we at least go to a commercial break?
Yeah.
Do we, have,
Yeah, I don't
we
know
don't,
if that.
we don't
that-
have
we
any
go to-
commercial breaks
We
set
could
up.
do the screen.
Yeah, we could go to a screen. Let's go to a different screen.
It
This
is my
weird.
birthday next week. I won't be here. See you in 2
happy
weeks.
birthday.
Happy
Thank
birthday!
you.
Thanks for the invite. Appreciate
There's no
it.
party. I'm
Sign
going-
of
I'll take you for my
disrespect. This is
mom.
what I mean, people.
Like, we were going to have, planning Quickcast and running radio. We were planning to have, like, a little barbecue for him and some cake.
Listen, my mom wants to take me out for dinner. I can't say no. I'm sorry.
Well, who can say no to your mother?
I know.
Ah.
Low blow. I was what they call low blow. All right, Pacini. I don't think this is gonna happen. So you can just leave.
Okay, I thought we were
Go to the door.
Okay, I'm
Go.
sorry.
Just get out of here.
Just cut to our fine faces.
Yeah.
There we go.
You can move over now.
Hey.
Hey, buddy.
No, seriously,
Good
good
seeing
to see
you.
you.
No, seriously.
Love you guys. Love you.
Yeah.
Don't forget your title belt.
Yeah, I won't.
You know he's not forgetting that thing.
I'll be here every week.
3 trees died for that sign. I'm just saying.
No, it wasn't.
What?
No, it didn't.
How many trees do you think have to die to make that piece of paper?
Half a tree.
All right.
Good night.
Don't hurt yourself with the championship belt that weighs
Right.
40 pounds.
Which will one
It does
day be
weigh like
mine.
40 pounds.
Which will one day be mine.
All right, let's get back to what we were talking about.
Let's
what were we
talk-
talking about?
Sean, like, what is that?
Pass her to get out.
Oh.
Thank you very much.
And why was
Next
why was
time.
still here?
Hey, can somebody unmic Pacini?
Pacini, you goof.
Can somebody in the back room unmic Pacini?
I can't believe it. I can't. I'm.
This is one high-tech operation tonight.
Guys, what are we doing here tonight?
Well, no.
All right, so let's
Let's talk about what you want to talk. Let's talk about
Well,
you.
well, no, let's just talk about. I mean, this past weekend we had the WWE
draft, you had SmackDown, Raw.
What did you think about the draft?
Didn't get to watch it. But
Really?
I will say that how insane is that the WWE is at such a high level at this point that they have to actually create competition within the brand. And
Because there's nothing else out there.
well, that's why it goes back to what I was saying to Piscini before. Yes, wrestling right now is at a point where people are now recognizing and respecting it for what it truly is. It's a stunt show. It's a live action stunt show with a lot of risk, a lot of athleticism, a lot of, just everything boiled into one, right? So the respect factor is finally getting what we deserve, right? At the same time, I don't truly believe that we'll be in an era where we can say we're in a boom until we have that second legitimate competitor that's able to, put on the ratings that a WCW did at one point. It has to get to that point in order for us to say that the business is truly in a boom period. That's just my opinion.
I think you're right. I think the E needs competition.
Yeah, I mean, at the same time, like I think the brand split is a good thing because of the fact that you now have the opportunity for a lot of guys to kind of branch off and become stars. You know what I mean? Like by dividing it up into two separate brands, yeah, you're gonna have that opportunity to get a guy like Cesaro, a guy like Ziggler. The guys that haven't had the opportunity. And okay, I'm like, who is this? Don't worry about it. It's only Mike. But at the same time, like I said, it's just going to give the guys opportunities that you didn't have before. The Finn Balor's, of course, like skyrocket. If people want to see the star power in that guy as soon as he got signed, then or even before that, obviously.
I think the brand split. I think the brand split is a great thing. I think the fact that they're starting to come up with titles individually for the brands is horrible.
I mean, so it's all subjective, man. Like at the end of the day, like. People can sit there and bash the most lucrative company in the world right now as far as our business and say, oh, well, they're doing a bad job doing this, and this writing's horrible, and this guy should do this, and they should have this guy. No, man, at the end of the day, like, we live in a society right now, it's just about instant gratification. Nobody wants to wait for anything. Everybody wants something right now, at the second that they ask for it. And the problem with that is that if the fans, for the majority, don't see something they like right off the bat, they just dismiss it and don't see the end tail of it. And I get it. We're all fans. We're all passionate about this industry, or else I wouldn't be doing it. You wouldn't be talking about it, and people wouldn't be viewing it. At the same time, the WWE isn't a company that runs, once a month. They run several times a month, multiple live events, and they have to be able to stay at a point where that they can still get the fans to come back through that door. And to be honest, they're obviously doing their job there, because despite the fact that, granted, ratings aren't what they used to be, they're still a multi-billion-dollar company.
Do you know that the people that complain about it, 90% of them watch the next thing?
I would say more than that.
Raw was horrible, but okay, we hate WWE because they're making bad decisions, but we're going to tune in to SmackDown tomorrow. That's A-okay.
But that's the thing. At the end of the day, they're doing something right.
That's what I'm saying.
The problem with, and this is something that, again, I don't know. The landscape of indie wrestling is a little different. Obviously, like, independents aren't running with TV programming. They're not running with big sponsors or anything like that. So they don't have the luxury of being able to hold off on stuff as much as the WWE can, or, like a Daniel Bryan push or anything like that. But at the same time, like, I feel that sometimes the indies fall into that trap of just giving way too much, way too soon, and then what else is to give? Like, I've seen shows, and again, this is one of the things where, like, to me, as somebody who used to promote events, I never got, and I was always against this, even when I helped promote events, was like 11, 13, 15 matches on a card. I go, that's overkill, man. Like, an independent show, realistically, 2 hours and 20 minutes, 2 hours and 30 minutes, get the fans in there, have your comedy, have your serious matches, have your high-flying matches, but, have your three-way circus kind of deal. But then I've seen shows go for 5 hours. I'm like, holy shit, that's a lot, man.
I've seen matches gone for like 15 minutes where even the crowd was like, oh my God, enough already.
Yeah, I mean, And I think it just presents. It resides in the guys, man. The boys, everyone wants to give their all, and everyone wants to stand out. Look, like I said, and I was telling Sebastian Cage and all these other guys, it's a competitive field out there right now. It is. I mean, everyone wants to vie to be the match of the night, to be the top talent, the person or the people that people are going to talk about at the end of the night. Oh my God, what a great shooting star press or corkscrew moonsault. How hard did the guys really kill each other tonight? Fine, and I understand it, man, but at the same time, like, you have to, in my opinion, and again, this is all subjective, it doesn't mean I'm right, is that they have to leave room for what next. You know what I mean? It's the same reason when, as a kid, you bought a comic book the following month, because they didn't give you that ending you wanted on issue 84 of Spider-Man. It was going to go on to 85 and maybe issue 86. So at the same time, while people were still buying that comic book or for the next following month to see what's happening, you're giving them a reason to come back. It just, I don't know if it even makes sense what I'm saying, but
No, it does make sense.
That's just what I feel, man, and
that's why they do cliffhangers on TV shows.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, and it's not so bad, but like a lot of like independent promoters and stuff like that ask me like about ideas and stuff like that, and I appreciate it, because I feel like, hey man, if they're really, have that faith in me to like ask for my opinion, whether they take it or not, although annoying, at least they respect my opinion to ask it. But the fact is, like, I see it too many times. I see like 20 matches on a show, and I'm like, there's more guys in the locker room than there are out in the crowd sometimes. And to me, I appreciate the promoters who give everyone an opportunity. That I cannot, like, it's a hard medium, dude, because there's so much talent out there. Like, I would not want to be a booker. I would not want to be a promoter at this point in my life, because there's just so much talent. There's insane amount of talent.
How do you book an 8-match show with what's out there right now, and make it stand out from everybody else?
I gotta be honest, 2K Pro is doing that. Their show. How many matches do they have on their show? They only have like
7, I think. Yeah, 7.
7, 8. So, I mean, just to answer your question, there are companies that can do it and are doing that. Like, I don't, and in all seriousness, I obviously don't expect to get booked at every 2K Pro show, because they have their plan, but at the same time, like, they're following through with the fact that they're giving the fans some awesome matches, in my opinion. I'm looking at it right now, and thus building the undercard, but giving them a reason to come back. You know what I mean? It can be done. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, I did. I wrestled at the Wrestlers Lab. Shout out to Chris Ruiz and Tier 1. And the amount of talent on those cards, holy shit, insane. Like the tag teams were amazing. You just name it. Like, everyone from a BSK, to Darius Carter, to Rude Boy Riley, of course, being another guy. Steve Scott, Dickie Moon, Mr. Grimm. There's so many dudes out there. Holy shit. There's just so much talent. It's unbelievable, man. Like, and like I said, support the indies, man. Like, you see a lot of these guys that are really just making some headway now, myself included.
Well, you're colossal, that's why.
I am. And
you're 7 feet tall.
Okay, let's calm down there. I'm sitting right now. But yeah, man, that's what it boils down to. Is for that, as far as I'm concerned, there's plenty of talent to go out. There's plenty of companies running, so there really is no shortage of companies. There's definitely no shortage of talent. It's just making it make sense. You know what I mean? Like, don't overkill it, man. It just kills the crowd, and then, like, even though fans want to come back, they don't want to sit through 5 hours of wrestling.
Yeah, that's a little much.
Not all of them. I'm sure there are people who do. I mean,
WrestleMania never goes 5 hours.
Yeah, so that breaks down that. But as far as the talents out there, I mean, even at BCW is coming Friday. You have Facade coming from I believe Pittsburgh. I don't know. I believe I've met that guy before. B-Boy.
Running Radio, you're on the air.
I have been sitting here for the better part of 2 hours, and much like the great George St. Pierre, I am not impressed with your performance, Sean Walsh. But Mike Law, as always, you are a capable host. You are a capable man, and I love you dearly. And the next time I see you, I'm going to give you an extra special hug. But for those who are culturally unaware, my name is Matthew Ryan Shapiro, and you are welcome to have me be the last voice you hear from 2KW Pro before this Saturday night.
How are you doing, Mr. Shapiro?
Well, I am sitting here in my home watching our country burn and fall into the precipice of the Sophie's Choice of politics. But if I had an option, I'd have a shotgun, 2 barrels, and Joe Biden on my side. But also, I've been watching your program. I've been listening to the different voices and different names that are popping up on that little lower third chyron you've got running on that YouTube stream of yours.
I just noticed that. We're just banning.
You just noticed
That's
that?
not right.
Continue,
Mr.
Mr. Shapiro, please.
I apologize on behalf of Running Radio. I didn't even know that they had that up there until I just read it. Very lowbrow, man. Sorry about that.
It's okay, Mike. It's okay. You're a sweet boy, and I care for you deeply. You are about 9'6" on a good day, 28 stone on a bad. But this Saturday night, it's a shame not to have you, Mike Law, but I don't think this is the last time you and I will be sharing the 2KW Pro stage together. I don't think that in the least bit.
You're a smart man. That I'll say. Sorry to cut you off, but I just want to ask the hard question right off the bat. With the success of the last 5 2KW Pro events, what's going to make this show stand out?
Very simply, the word that has been the word of the night: opportunity. The past 5 shows have been predicated on giving people a chance. The first show was us giving ourselves a chance. And by that, I mean management making the right call and making a call to me and saying, Matthew Ryan Shapiro, we need your voice, we need your presence, we need you to be there. And I gave them the chance for my voice and for my guiding light to be graced upon the plebeians of the Bronx. But more importantly, the idea of opportunity, and I don't like A.J. Orsini. I don't think many people like A.J. Orsini. He kind of looks like, you know that show Franklin, the one with the turtle?
Looks like a turtle. No,
he does. He kind of looks like a sloth after a 3-cup pileup on the BQE. But I digress. This
I don't have
Saturday
a problem with
night,
Orsini.
I mean,
Sean and adult is
not either, by the way, Sean. So don't worry about that. I guess you two can hang out and have a good time. But yeah, sorry, Mr. Shapiro. Apparently, Sean, again, raised by wolves. Helen Vale was on the show earlier. You know who she is. Debuting this coming Saturday. And Sean here is talking over her like she's not even there. And
wow, really?
Yeah, I have to throw you in the bus. And so I apologize because he was raised by a pack of wolves instead of actual human beings. And so he interrupted you. Go on, sir.
Well, Sean Walsh doesn't know what a safe space is because he's a chauvinist pig who lived in the 1960s and thinks that every woman's supposed to serve him a sandwich, call him Papa, and run along his way.
Hey,
that's why he's alone by himself every night
I can get up
trying
and
to
make
read
my own
Ayn
damn
Rand
sandwich.
and figure out what Chaucer really means. But back to the point. Now that the fact that the baby dinosaur from Dinosaurs is yelling "not the mama" and making matches at 2KW Pro, we have possibly one of the most diverse cards in 2KW Pro history. If you look at the new names, you look at the new faces, you look at the fact that Jade from Impact Wrestling is gracing the golden shores of the Forgotten Borough, the urine-stained 6 train known as the Bronx. And the fact that Eddie Kingston is coming home, I have been a fan of Eddie Kingston for the better part of a decade. And to see him in that ring standing across 2 people that I respect but cannot stand in Mike Drastic and Angel Ortiz is an opportunity that I think that no fan should pass up. $10, gentlemen. $10 till Saturday morning, $12 at the door is not a large price to pay for national talent, regional talent, and some of the best up-and-coming talent in our area. Mr. Law, you were talking about the wealth of singles talent in the New York City metropolitan area, and we see it in Warriors of Wrestling. We see it at House of Glory Wrestling. We see it in every single company that exists within the 5 boroughs or the greater metropolitan area. But how do they develop that change? How do they effectively present themselves that way? We're giving them that opportunity. What about the tag team division? What about the rise of tag teams in pro wrestling in New York City? We're giving the Super Savages, a team that was made inside the ring of 2KW by pure happenstance because John Davis wanted to fight somebody.
True.
The tag team came out of that. And now this Saturday they go up against the Element, 2 men that kind of look like Sub-Zero mixed with a little bit of EDM, and I'm not turned up or on enough Molly to make a fair opinion of them. So on this Saturday night, let's see if they can hang with the Bottom Man and the Savage Man.
We'll see.
But,
I mean, like I said, some exciting matches coming up. Like I said, you know, the indie scene out here in New York is definitely on the up and up. There's no question about it. You just stated 3 companies off the top of your head that are doing so, you know, very well, presenting some incredible talent, myself included. And so, like, with that being said, this event, big event this coming Saturday, you have a stacked card with some very well-known individuals, not only in the New York area, but a guy like Eddie Kingston, who's been around, and also you have Jade, formerly the Mia Yim of Mia Yim fame. I don't know. But at the same time, with that being said, the focus point from what I've seen with 2K Pro W has been bringing a lot of the younger guys. With that being said, Matthew, Ryan Shapiro, who are some of the younger guys that you have been looking at, say, this guy has it. This is a guy that I think can take the ball and run with it. And that in the roster.
Well, if you look at the roster, you can say that about a lot of people. Reyes is possibly the biggest diamond in the rough in that entire company. He looks like Bam Bam Bigelow and moves almost just as well. He's got the raw power potential of someone akin to a Terry Gordy or a Bam Bam Bigelow. And that RSD, he's hit that on AR Fox. He's hit that on Matt Tremont. He's hit it on Angel Ortiz. He's hit it on every single person who stood across the ring from him. And if he gets the right people in his ear, maybe a Matthew Ryan Shapiro, and gets him on the right track, who knows? He may be a champion someday. He may be the most dangerous man in pro wrestling. And then you've got E.A. James, a guy that is all muscles, a modicum of brain. And I've seen him transform from a fat trainee fan into one of the most chiseled guys in New York. But I'm going to impart you with some wisdom before I go, because I want to watch Barack Obama cut a promo on someone's ass. So to the point, speaking of cutting promos on asses, this Saturday night, A.J. Orsini's going to be there. And I don't like how A.J. Orsini treated me at 2KW Pro 5. He laughed right in my face. Laughed at me after I had my nose nearly broken, my jaw misaligned. I needed to have surgery. I needed to go all the way to the the Upper East Side. I don't go below 59th Street unless I get paid. And I had to go to the east side of Manhattan to have a doctor fix my nose. I was going to be a nose model. I was going to be the face of Mucinex, but A.J. Orsini has federated so far up his lower cavity, I should call him George, and I should call Mr. Martinez Otto.
Fair enough.
That changed this Saturday night because a man with a plan is dangerous, but a man with information creates change. I'm not a Russian hacker. I'm just an agent of change. And on Saturday night, A.J. Orsini will be the recipient of that change. To Mr. Raw, I say good evening. To Sean Walsh, I will see you on Saturday, 1 hour before 2KW Pro 6, and I will continue to speak my genius to the ill-begotten masses.
Excellent.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
You too, sir.
Have a good evening.
Matthew Ryan Shapiro.
That was...
He has a very robust vocabulary.
He does.
Yeah. He's going to be a nose model. Going to be a nose model.
Yeah, okay.
Well, with that being said,
How was he going to be a nose model?
I don't know, man. I mean, he had a nose that was like pretty. I don't know. Maybe
Really? From what angle?
From the left. Most people from the left, it works. I don't know. Maybe
That guy lies more than a Bernie Sanders campaign promise.
Wow. Feel the burn, huh? So much for that, huh?
Nobody else is feeling it.
Not at all. Hey, quick shout out to Zane Decker, man, from the Strong Style Studios. I know, again, I sent these guys like promo pictures so they can like hype up my appearance here. I haven't seen it. Again, this is exactly what I talk about, man, like the lack of respect.
I have nothing but respect for you.
No, it's fine. But like going off on a side tangent real quick, this is a problem I have with like in general with like the wrestling industry or like the independents, man. Like I've given, and I'm not. Look, I'll be the first to say that there have been plenty of people who have. At the same time, I know I've given, and I don't go out there and say, "Hey, look at me." I gave so and so an opportunity. I put in the good word for this guy. That's not how it works. At the same time, like, it would not kill some of these companies to, I don't know, like, help, promote some of the guys who've really bust their ass. And not just me, I'm talking about some of the guys who've been out there and have been doing this for a while and deserve it, man. Like, that's what it is, And like I said, big shout out to Zane Decker. The dude does some excellent work. Find him on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. You can find me on Twitter as well. Lowercase I, Sabotage U, the letter U. You can find me on Facebook, although I probably don't want you as a Facebook friend. And Instagram, you can follow me.
I'm his Facebook friend.
Are you?
I am.
Not after tonight. And then you
What
have
is that?
Instagram. You have Instagram.
I don't have Instagram.
I have Instagram, and that's Colossal Mike Law.
I have Twitter. I think we follow each other on that too.
You're getting unfollowed too. How did you finagle your way into that?
What do you mean?
I follow you?
You do. I think so. I'm
Yeah, I'm gonna
almost
have
positive.
to change that.
That's just uncool.
I'm totally gonna unfollow.
Well, I mean, Running Radio you follow.
Oh, but then that's not you though.
Not me personally, no.
Oh, okay, no, I wouldn't follow you personally. I'll follow the product. I'll follow the brand. Running Radio.
What is that nonsense? I'm a nice guy.
You're not. I mean, are we almost done with this thing?
We could be done if you want to be.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, to me, I could go on forever about my
Oh, wait. We might as well
He
take
doesn't
this.
show up, but he can call in.
I wonder what you're doing right now because you're live on the air.
Oh,
Yeah. Surprise.
all right. Well, hi.
Hi.
I didn't even know you guys are still on. Why are you guys still on?
Because
That
we
time.
did the 2KW pre-show. If you look at your email once in a while.
Like, for 7 hours? It's like 10 o'clock.
Yeah, well, we go on for 2 hours when we do these takeover episodes. By the way, on the phone is the smooth voice Sith Ryan Perry, and he's sitting here with me and the colossal Mike Law.
Well, I'd rather just talk to Mike than you because you're a chump, Sean.
What? Why am I a chump?
Why are you not here? You make the show
I'm
more
not here because
interesting.
I had a family emergency and I only just got home maybe 15 minutes ago.
Well, I hope everything's okay, buddy. But yeah,
Yes,
I've been holding
everything's
down the
turned
fort
out
for you. I'm holding down the fort for you
What
over
is
here.
this nonsense?
So don't worry.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Mike, you might be the only person in the world that deserves recognition as a host of the year.
That's right. And I've only been a
I
host
am
twice.
the glue that holds this show together.
I don't know. At the same time, like I said,
Didn't you get
I sent
the
promo
text
pictures.
messages and
I sent like a highlight video that wasn't aired. I mean, this is what I mean, Ryan Perry. This is exactly the lack of respect that across the board has been eating away at me. And I truly, legitimately mean this. This is pissing me off to no end. I'll put a prime example. Wrestler's Lab. Why was it? And I'm going to put this out there for the fans and for anybody who's watching or listening. Why was it, as a guy who had a really good performance at Tier 1's iPay-Per-View this past February, was I relegated to restart my career in Tier 1 and do Wrestlers Lab, which again I appreciate because I was been there and I was given the opportunity by Chris Ruiz to prove how great I really am by facing guys like Steve Scott and Ryan Adrenaline Rush Calione. Like, no problem. I'll always bust my ass to improve myself. Same time, I'm back in Tier 1 on August 7th, and I feel like it's like, oh, let him start all over again from the bottom. Why? Why does the guy who's talented have to start all over again? Maybe the promoters can answer that. Maybe I'm asking the wrong people. My bad.
Here is the wisdom of ATL and promoters. If they didn't create it, they fear it. It's as simple as that.
That's Ryan Perry right there, folks. It's
if they did not create it, they fear it, and every promoter I've ever come across has that issue, whether it's a huge version of it or a smaller increment of it. They all have that issue. So you, as the star of your own Broadway show and your wrestling career, need to just keep doing what the fuck you're doing until they get it.
Oh, absolutely. And you know what? And Ryan and I share a lot of the same ideologies as far as what how this thing works. And look, man, and in all seriousness as well, the fans and everyone, this is all subjective, right? At the end of the day, your opinion is what your opinion is. The guy who says he can do a better job of running the WWE than Vince and Triple H, his opinion's subjective, and it's right in his mind, and that's fine, and he has every right to believe that. And so as Ryan and I have our opinions about how this works. Same thing with the promoters. At the end of the day, I'm not guaranteed anything, and I'm not owed anything. I do realize that. At the end of the day, know that what I got myself into when I started training at 15 years old in the Arena Puerto Rico under Lathan Tower of Torture and a couple other guys, Low Life Louie too. I realized back then, as I do now, that nothing is given and nothing is guaranteed and nothing is handed to you. At the same time, if you do what you're told and you work your ass off, you kind of feel that after a while that you're being brushed off for guys that probably didn't bust their ass as much and probably don't deserve it. It's taken me this long to finally come out with it, but that's what I've been feeling lately. That's the frustration I feel that has been coming out from underneath that I have not been putting out there, because I'm not like that, but at the same time I feel like in this cutthroat business, it kind of have to be like that,
And I 100% relate to what you just said, because it was that when I hurt my shoulder, I said, well, fuck it. Nobody wants to use me correctly anyway. And, it doesn't matter where I go. My own ego will always be my own ego, and it'll be my greatest strength and my biggest flaw, in the sense that I walk into a building, and it doesn't matter whether it's my shoot gimmick job or my work gimmick job, I'll still think I'm the smartest man in this room right now. And that's my ego, with being my greatest strength and my greatest weakness at the same time. So when I hurt my shoulder, I said, well, you know what? Nobody wants to use me correct anyway, and I draw fucking money on the island. I know I draw money because for years I did a kid-friendly gimmick and kids ate that shit up. I'm just going to just fuck around and not give a shit when I come back, when the time comes. And now I found a little niche role over in LLW, and it's like, I love it. I'm not really doing much. I'm having fun. I'm invigorated in my own self, and I'll go forward. So what I would say to you with your frustration is turn that inward and make it positive to, do what it is that makes you have fun with. Because at the end of the day, we all did this because, we all had dreams of wanting to become a WWE superstar or a WCW superstar, depending on when we started. And that's all fine and dandy, but we still did it because we thought it was fun and we loved professional wrestling. And I feel like so many guys get away from that aspect that they just go through the motions. No matter what you do, don't just go through the motions. Do something that you're having fun with, and then eventually somebody's going to say, there's some money here, let's just let him run with the ball and see what happens. And I think you'll be in a better spot as far as your sanity goes, I guess.
Yeah, I think I've completely lost my sanity. I'm not even going to lie to you. It's been years in the making. But, again, this, like I said, at the end of the day, it's all about the opportunity. You've seen plenty of great talent. There's going to be some great talent this coming Saturday at 2K Pro W. There's going to be some great talent
on this Friday night in Queens at BCW, and you also have some excellent shows going on this weekend. One in Yonkers as well for Law Wrestling, and so the opportunities are there for everybody. Again, I get frustrated because I see it not for myself only. Believe me, like I see it across the board. I see so many guys get overlooked and like brought down for whatever reason it is. Like, and again, it goes back to what Ryan says. People sometimes just fear what they don't know or what they haven't created, and I get it. But like, and I forget who it was who said it recently. That sometimes you just gotta let the guys go out there and just have the ball, man. And if they fail and they flop, then that's on them. Like if I bomb or some, it's like any form of entertainment. If you're given the opportunity and you do not take it and you drop the ball, then that's on you, man. You by all intents and purposes were given the opportunity. And
But on the same token, there are some people who have the opportunity to put everything into it and come out flat anyway.
Yeah. Here's the thing. There's both because and you've seen it, and I'm sure Ryan's seen it. And I'm sure the fans out there have seen it, where like it's almost like I've seen it with guys where it's like the John Cena syndrome, and it's not anything on John because he's a guy who deserves all the he busts his ass, he works hard, and if people can't see how awesome that guy really has gotten or is good or whatever in the last 10, 15 years that he's been carrying the company, the fact is I see guys get force-fed in a way, and it's like, well, how many more opportunities can somebody be given before it's like, okay, well, where a guy like, you see like a Rude Boy Riley, you see a guy like some certain guys like Darius Carter, a guy who definitely deserves the success he gets and he's receiving. TJ Marconi, you look at guys like that, Anthony Gangone, Smiley. You look at all these dudes across the board that are really tearing it up, that deserve it. But then you have, and I've seen it where guys are being force-fed, and I go, it's not working. Like they've been given the ball plenty of times and have dropped it, and it's like, all right, I'm not saying kick them out. By all means, like keep them, but just give somebody that ball to at least to go with, man. Like, I think that's what all of us like strive for, just given the opportunity to say, hey, do it. I appreciate the places like Warriors of Wrestling. They get it, man. Like, to me, they made me appreciate being back in this business again full time, when I had left for 3 years beforehand to kind of promote another company. Check them out, warriorswrestling.com, wowwrestling.com, Staten Island, New York. They have an event coming up August 6th. I'll be facing your buddy Juba, I think.
Again?
Final time. Our final encounter, man.
And
it's gonna be hard
that?
here, man. That is Staten Island. That's a
body slam him?
in New York. What was that?
I'm still waiting for you to body slam him.
I already have, man. Where you been?
No, but I mean like body slam him. Like I want to see when he lands. I want to see like the ring collapse.
I can do it. I know I can.
I mean, I know you can, which is why I'm asking you to see it.
Well, you
I'm a
got to
sickly
buy on
child,
August 6th,
and this
man.
is the home run I'm asking you to hit for me.
I wonder if I should go in my I Survived Juba shirt.
I mean, the I Survived Juba shirt might be a nice touch.
What's that?
I said the I Survived Juba shirt might be a nice touch if you lent it to him, Sean.
I should lend it to him.
Not only will I survive Juba,
one.
but I will thrive. I will win, and I will rid a guy like that out of Wars of Wrestling.
I should get one of them made for him.
And that's the attitude that I like about you, Mike.
And
There's
you know what
the
it is?
smiling intergalactic
really,
superstar that I know.
You know what I mean? Like people like, and again, with all intents and purposes, the Colossal thing is truly meant. In my head, it's always been like that. I've always, when I was playing football, like in grade school or anything like that, I always went after the biggest guys. I always, in my head, was the guy, like, I always went after the biggest, the heaviest, like, the strongest guy. In high school, same thing, when it was, amateur, when we were practicing in the training room, amateur wrestling, I always wanted to go out, I always wanted to get some big guys, because that's just the nature of who I am, you know what I mean? Like, it's me against the world, man, and I truly believe that then as I do now, and I don't know, and I think that's what is going to help me, at the end of the day, is to just continue in believing that, man, because, man, let's be honest, for every guy that, you line up, there's a guy like Juba who's big, and, like, you come in to a building and they see a guy like that, and of course everyone's like, oh shit,
that guy looks like a wrestler. He's huge.
Yeah.
You know, you see, you know, some of these bigger guys. You know, a guy like Reyes. You know, you see Mike Orlando. You see all these bigger guys out there, and they're like, people are like, oh wow, okay. But to me, those are the guys I want to face, man. Those are the guys like the Moose, the guy like, you know, Bull James. These guys, the bigger they are, the more I want to face them, because it's just something I need to prove to myself, man. You know, like, and not only them because they're the biggest, but I also want to face the best. You know, like, I know Pacini asked before about who I want to face. Anybody, just give me the opportunity to show people that I can really go and that I can perform at the top level like nobody else, and I will do it, man. And I truly, in my heart of hearts, believe that when I'm given the opportunity, that I will perform to the top level at the very best level I can. And that's the way I feel, man.
I mean, it's good that you feel like that. Just understand you'll always be at most second best, because as long as I'm an active wrestler, I have that slot of I'm the best. So if you're cool with that, you know, just wanted to throw that out there.
I can make the exception. I can certainly make the exception.
Why?
I don't know.
See?
He's ATL, man.
See, Sean, even Mike knows my great
Mike Law.
I can't even hate on ATL, man.
You can take your thumb, put it on Ryan's forehead, and just hold him there.
Why would I want to do that? That seemed like a fair.
Because you are the colossal Mike Law.
I am. Oh, and
yeah, but I have.
guys.
Yeah, but Sean, you forget that one of my superhero powers is telekinesis.
He has the power of telekinesis. Apparently.
Yeah.
Apparently, all have superpowers now. Is that what's going on here?
Yeah. I mean, I'm using it right now, Sean. You don't even realize.
I think you need a superhero outfit, Colossal Mike Law.
I do have one. I have a Colossus.
I'll tell you this. My final thought, like Tammy Lauren, right, who's on the Blaze, and she's that little white girl with the blonde hair that everybody hates or loves.
Right.
Here's my final thoughts. A year from now, Mike, if you're still frustrated, I'll pull a Suge Knight. I'll pull a Suge Knight and say, come over to where there's actually, like, you know, some true wrestling going on, and the producers and the promoters ain't all dancing up in the videos, dancing all up in the hype packages, singing all over the microphone. You know, that's where it's at.
And I respect that. I respect that offer. Yeah, man. So, look, hey, we got to get together sometime. I guess we'll, you know, do this whole thing. Any thoughts on the whole drafting real quick with the WWE? I know that, you know, or any thoughts on wrestling in general other than my little tirade?
You know, I thought SmackDown drafted very bizarrely, but seeing what they're starting to do with, like, the return of Shelton Benjamin, I think it kind of sets the pace of why they did it that way, because I think a lot of their free agent signings are going to be going to SmackDown as opposed to Raw.
Yeah, they're going to have to load that roster up.
Yeah, because when you look at the results, they only drafted like 18 singles wrestlers. So it's not a very large roster, but then you watch last night and it's like, oh, Shelton Benjamin's coming back. Sweet. Like, that's another one. You know, so now you got 19 guys. And then, you see, the reports that other guys might be returned to the company. It's like, they're most likely going to wind up signing to SmackDown. And I think the reason they're doing that is, one, they built around, I guess, young talent over on SmackDown, because they didn't really draft that many guys that are, like, older, other than, like, their first, like, few picks that you're familiar with. They drafted guys like Corbin, Baron Corbin, and, American Alpha and, like, the younger guys. But I think once they do, like, their free agent signing, it's bringing in that lore of, like, oh, these are familiar names. Now we're going to mix it up with, like, a completely different look, because you're going to get matchups that, who doesn't want to see, like, Shelton Benjamin get signed, and then all of a sudden maybe Charlie Haas comes back, and now you got American Alpha against Team Angle in that sense. Like, that's a dream matchup if you think about it, because the blueprint's kind of been built for them.
Charlie Haas is a tough son of a bitch, man. I'm telling you. Like, I was, when I used to help run FWE out in Manhattan, he was a champion there, and that dude would give you, like, it was weird because he was almost like a transformation. It'd go from, like, a very civil individual to, like, a blank stare that, I don't know, man. Like, I tell you, he was a tough guy. I mean, I remember plenty of guys who were legitimate being, afraid of Charlie. So, So that'd be cool. I mean, like the return of Shelton Benjamin obviously being a big thing, and plenty of other guys.
And I feel like because SmackDown is now live, they're really going to try to push the envelope with it. So I think they're going to put a lot of primary focus on SmackDown. But I think at the same time, Raw is going to kind of try to reinvent their wheel, like we kind of saw the other night, where now Sasha Banks is champion and Finn Balor's going to SummerSlam, and they're going to try to do different things. I think it's going to be good in the long run. I think we just have to kind of give it a second to marinate and see how they're going to get to that point. I don't think we're going to see drastic changes right off the bat. Raw obviously was completely different, and I don't think anybody saw that happening. So maybe Raw is going to do more of the drastic changes, where SmackDown is going to try to build a roster of, where it's okay, this most of their matches are kind of first time in essence. Once you see what they're kind of doing in the months to come. I mean, that's my personal opinion. I don't know. I'm not on the creative team. I don't, have any insight on it, but I just feel like that's the direction SmackDown's going to probably wind up going. Is we're going to try to do something where we're familiar, but at the same time, we're also introducing lots of younger talent, and you're going to get a lot of first-time kind of matchups, and we'll go from there.
Awesome. Hey, man, like I said, it's all subjective, and it's all your opinion, and you're entitled to it, and you could be right, you're wrong.
I'm just more disappointed that the greatest superstar in the world, Curtis Axel, was drafted last.
Shame, really. No, truly.
Not really.
Mr. Irrelevant is really not as irrelevant as you think. The guy is amazing.
In due time.
He's like the awesomely bad VH1 series, and I love that gimmick.
Well, there you go. Cool.
That's
Any parting words, sir?
Beware the clap, Jimmy Dugan.
Wow.
Sound advice from ATL, man.
Yes.
Cool.
All right, boys. I love you all. Not really Sean, but I love you all. Except for Sean.
What is that nonsense?
All right, you guys have a great night.
You too, buddy.
Yeah, bye.
Sean, you have to be the whipping boy, because that's just the way it works, man. You're a martyr to this.
I guess.
Great, man. So, I guess we're wrapping things up here.
Yeah, let's wrap it up.
I'm the Colossal Mike Law. This is Sean.
I'm Sean Walsh. Yep, that's me. Anthony Piscini was right here.
Yeah, his cup is still there.
No, that's my cup.
That's your cup. Okay.
But he is gone. Thank you for everybody for 2KW Pro who called in, except Matthew Ryan Shapiro.
You're welcome, by the way. I showed up, and guys, again, next time maybe some pictures. I mean, I sent pictures and highlight videos for just kind of spice things up here. I don't know.
You weren't spiced up. You were not entertained.
It was. I'm just saying. I see a flyer with my name and everything, and I'm being promoted. I thought it'd be featured. I get it. 2K Pro W this Saturday, Bronx, New York, Dallas Gym. Look, I'm giving you guys a plug. Not even
$10 online.
$10. 12 at the door.
12 at the door.
Not even on the show, but I respect you guys, and at the end of the day, it's all one big.
I got a feeling we're gonna see you with 2KW Pro 7.
If those guys are as smart as I believe they are, yes, I would think that would be a great idea to have me. Any independent wrestling company or bigger would probably be a good idea to give me an opportunity. You won't regret it.
So, for all of us, thank you guys at 2KW Pro. We'll see you there this Saturday. Head online and buy this fine shirt that this man is modeling for you. Where can they buy this shirt?
You can buy. You can go to my Twitter. Email's right there. MikeLaw@fwvp@gmail.com. Send me your request, your size.
Do you have it in the size the whole cotton field has to die?
Whatever. I mean, look, we all have to just risk something. Okay, sorry.
I just mean, do you have it in my size?
Yes, you have it in your size. Don't worry about it. We have what is your next small something, right?
What?
Your next small, no?
No.
Oh.
I'm like a 6X. People Mexicans sleep in the rain.
This could be a problem. You may have to see somebody. Some lipo.
What?
Some lipo done.
No, I don't need liposuction. What I need is Twinkies because I'm starving.
Oh, and look out! I'll be opening my very own pro wrestling t-shirts as well.com. So I'll be
that's
getting
awesome.
a couple of those. Yeah, I'm moving on up, man, slowly but surely.
To a deluxe apartment in the sky.
This Friday night, BCW, Bree Combination Wrestling, Queensborough's Elks Lodge in lovely Queens, New York. I'll be in a 6-way match of death. And then Saturday, World 1, with you have Abyss on there, Sabu, Boo.
I
And you
saw
got Shane
Sabu
Douglas.
wrestle live for FTW once. It was amazing.
How long ago was that?
Oh my God, that was their very first show. That was their very. Jim Sullivan got
Jim Sullivan, I know that guy.
got leg dropped through a table.
Good. Hey, Sabu, yeah, he'll be there. Shane Douglas, and me, of course. Why wouldn't I? And then Yonkers, New York, Law Wrestling. Check them out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We're all over the place. And with that said, I'm done, man.
See you at the 2KW pre-show. Look for the special edition with Mike Wagner training in at the FTW school. This is Running Radio. Get in and get over.